one of the things I'm going to ask you about is, what you've been playing is the first thing I'm going to ask you
Yeah, I
about.
was just
So
opening up
if
all
that's what's
my
happening,
resources that keep track of all that, and I'm like, why are they always like 2 days behind? And then I've been behind on yeah,
ah,
we might as well. I mean, yeah, I was just saying how I was opening my backlog to check, but I've been bad about logging in my backlog the past week, which is the first week I've
ah,
fallen off since the beginning of the year. But I do have my consoles open so I can see, and I mean, I do have stuff that yeah, we could talk about. I know what I've been playing.
there is
Um,
there is a website or some type of letterboxed type of utility that you are, or an app that you are tracking, that you are
yes,
logging your games on.
yes. So backlogged is basically a
Backlogged.
letterboxed. Yeah,
Okay.
backlogged is basically a letterbox, but you really have to you have to do that on your own. You have
You got
to,
to enter in your journal of what you're playing and when you're.
correct. Whereas I have two other sites that I've been experimenting with called Exophase and Play Tracker. And my only complaint is that they just don't update uh, quickly enough with their with your latest
They're auto
plays.
tracking and they're not. It doesn't propagate quickly.
Yeah, it's always like 2 days behind, and I don't know if there's a way to like I'll do resync data. Let's see, last updated 2:15. That was yesterday. The game is currently being synced. Oh, this is for Neo. It's for Neo 3, which I will talk about if we would like to do so, because I've been playing a lot of that.
That's what you're playing the most of. I do want to say,
A lot of things. I've been playing a lot of things, but that's probably
yeah,
one of the things I've been playing the most of right now.
you play more video games than anyone I know. Period. That's do you understand that to be a fact? Like, is that, do you think that most people that know you would say that about you?
Probably.
Okay. All
I
right,
think there's a
good.
couple of people who are probably like right in the same in line with me. There's like a two or three other people that I know that
Sure.
I would say are equally that I talk to. Maybe a few more. There's probably a good handful or more. But yeah, I think maybe on the volume side of different video games, I'm probably up there on
You
like how many different types of video games I play. I probably play most. I
Yeah,
would say
different
that
types for
confidently.
real.
Yeah.
You are a great resource to me, and I don't mean to like diminish our friendship or anything by saying that, but
Not at all.
you are very
I feel
useful.
like that's positive.
It's, if you tell someone they are useful to you, it's almost like you're saying, and that's why I hang out with you, right? You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely not taken that way at all.
there are
I'm actually
games
that makes me
I
happy when I hear that because I love games so much and I love sharing that with other people. I mean, like I just I wouldn't fucking be here without games. I swear to God, like or whatever. Swear to whoever, whatever. That games are a source of pretty much the one of the only things I enjoy these days existing for. And I mean, there's other things, my dogs and a few other things. But anyways, games are very powerful to me. They are my favorite thing in the world, and I just love being able to share and talk about those things. And so I'm usually willing to try just about damn near anything, at least once, and I will try to find the positive in it. Sometimes I find things that I didn't know I liked as well.
I
A lot
find a
of
lot
times.
of things that I didn't know I was gonna like because you've suggested them to me.
That's awesome. Like
Yeah,
I said, that just tickles me because it's like I said, it's kind of like, it's just it's a good feeling for me to be able to share really cool games with other people and them experience them and enjoy them as much. Maybe not, maybe you didn't like it, maybe you did, but it's always nice to be able to have people who are receptive to the idea of like trusting my opinion on that and being open minded to try things, that I
yeah, man.
suggest. Because like I said, I play a wide variety of shit. So like once I get to know somebody, I can kind of like I probably played something that you will like that I can recommend or suggest.
It's important
Um,
to, yeah, it's important that people A, try things, and B, that people suggest things that that person may not have tried. I guess I don't know if I'm saying anything new there, really. But that's good type. Those are good types of behavior. Those are good types of strands.
It's my. I think it's It's like my strongest personality trait is gaming, banter, and recommendations and experience.
I
It's
know
just my shit. Huh?
three to five people I know that I really understand, or I can really trust that they know what is good.
What is good?
And
Yes.
yeah, you are among those people. And yeah, and maybe if I can manage to, man, even if we end up talking to each other once a month, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, you do seem eager to
Absolutely.
engage in this type of project. So as always, we'll see what happens. But what I was going to say is that, this might become a whole separate podcast called "What Is Good."
So yeah, I know we've kind of tossed around
Which
that
really would
concept, that
just,
idea. So
yeah, which would really just me like basically technically going and clicking on the things and making it its own separate thing. Because the last one and this one will be published under WMFB, which is what I'm just calling my whole production right now.
so
So
you'd be looking for something, yeah, more consistency. That way we would be able to use a different name or something like that.
well, we
Is
don't.
what
I
you
mean,
have
it doesn't.
suggested,
It
right?
doesn't need to be consistent. Basically, all I'm saying is that at the point that you and I feel like what we're doing here should be its own thing, we'll start a whole new podcast. But for now, I'm just
Yeah.
publishing it on the same podcast I'm publishing everything on
Okay.
as
Yeah.
a
Yeah. I noticed that, which
as
is
an
absolutely
episode.
fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool with that. Yeah.
So welcome to
I don't mind.
WMFB and
Yeah.
Neo. Neo
Oh.
3?
Shall we talk about Neo 3? Shall we kick it off with that?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I played Neo 2 a little bit.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
I
Um.
I
Yeah. Go ahead.
didn't I don't know if it was is it called breath? Is there a breath mechanic?
E-Pulse?
Is it not called that? Is it not breathing, like taking a breath? You had to like what I recall you would use your stamina, like you would do three
Uh-huh.
slashes, like you would use up your stamina, and then you would hit like L1 and you would like suck back in your stamina or whatever, and then you would keep fight. You know what does that sound like I'm talking about
Yep.
something? Oh, okay.
You're very much correct. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't remember if it was. It's very neat that you
It might not have been called that.
phrase
I
it
may have just
that
thought of
way.
it that
Yeah.
way.
No, because
Yeah.
I never really thought of it as that, but that's kind of
I
what it
thought like
is.
it was
Like
the inhale after I did the
inhaling.
foof foof foof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call at least okay. So my experience with Neo is I've played a lot of the first one, did not play much of the second one, have played a lot of the third one in the past week.
All
Like
right.
maybe a shitload of the third one because I'm enjoying this one more than any of the other one. But the in this one, and I don't know if it was called that in the first one. I think it was called what I'm going to it is called, but it's key pulse. They call it a key pulse, and
Yes.
so
Yes.
you are
Yes.
hitting R1. Yeah,
I didn't quite hear what you said the first time you said that, but yeah, okay.
yeah, the
Key
key
pulse.
pulse.
Yep, gotcha.
And it's it's a very unique mechanic for a Souls game. It allows you to
And this is very much a
replenish.
Souls game.
Yes, this
Some
is
games are
very
kind of
much.
Souls games. This is a Souls
Yeah,
game.
this is a fucking Souls game.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Man, I should
And
get it.
It's incredible. It has an amazing co-op. That's why I've been playing. I mean, pretty much all of the games so far I've played with two other people who we've been coordinating to play, and so we've been, we've been playing at progression together. We haven't. No one's really skipping ahead, or
Right.
and you
It's
can do
it's
stuff.
good to be it's good to be in that kind of group. It's awesome to be playing BG3 with you.
Hell yeah,
Yo,
hell yeah.
Coordinated,
That rules.
another good thing, another type of good stranding is coordinated gameplay groups on certain nights of the week. That's a cool fucking thing to do, everyone.
I really love that. You should do that. You should do it more often. It's something that you got to be lucky to have the right people to do it. It's taken me a long
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to,
It takes a minute.
yeah, to find
You
the
got
right
trial and
people.
error.
But it's taken me a good amount of years because like I used to have dedicated game groups and stuff, but this was when I was much. I mean, now it's we were much younger, and its time has passed. A lot of people have different responsibilities
Yeah, it
in
used to
life.
be more hours in the day.
Yeah, it certainly felt like that. And even though I am like an absolute vampire, most people nowadays aren't up as late as I am when I'm doing a lot of gaming, which is fine. I get to do a lot of it by myself, and just kind of enjoy it. The wife's asleep, the dogs are in bed. I just have the room and the dark room, the man in the dark room, and the controller all to himself.
A
Um,
dying man in a living room.
yeah, pretty much. So it's like, because a lot of times during the day it can be hard. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of other things going
Yeah.
on, but I still do it. But yeah, I mean, we still find time even with my wife being a part of that, which is very cool too, that she's into playing BG3 and being a part of a consistent coordinated game group. Yeah,
Yeah, fucking
it's
awesome.
been delightful, and it's actually made me like Baldur's Gate 3. I'm
I
very
hate that game. You can't make me like it.
I think you and I are we are very it's very nice to have somebody who actually
It's
um
terrible.
shares feelings about
It's
that
an insult.
controversial feelings about that game, or yeah, whatever you want to call that.
When I do my
But yeah.
podcast, Let's Not Talk, which is about all the things I hate, the fourth episode will be about Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, I definitely want to be on that one.
Do you think Neo 3 has crossplay? Just off the top of your head, do you think so?
I do not believe it does, unfortunately. I
Mm,
did kind of poke into that and looked around, and what I saw was that you have to be on the same platform
okay.
right now. Sadly.
I am kind of locked into PC play for the
Yes.
time being now. Now that I have this machine, this is what I'm doing. That I'm yeah, I'm not going to be
Yes.
getting any consoles until it's like PS6 basically at
That's
this
good.
point.
Well, a little short news today. It looks like there are rumors that PS6 is looking to be even delayed more now because of all the the hardware cost
Yeah, good.
problems that we are
Yeah.
having. So that was a report today. I saw that Switch 2s are probably going to go up in price soon, and
Yeah.
PS6 is looking to be, and the Steam box or Steam machine.
Oh yeah. Tell me yeah.
Um,
What
that
about what
looks.
news of the Steam machine?
Yeah, have you seen that?
I,
Have you?
I know a little bit about it. I think, it's a nice idea, yeah. I mean, I think the
Yeah,
Steam Deck is cool as shit.
I have a Steam Deck. It's very good. I love that. I highly recommend it. I
That
think
might
it's
be what
a
we end up playing Elden Ring on.
yeah. I might have to work through that angle of it, and that's fine by me. That's fine by me.
Cool.
I swear,
Awesome.
you think by now Elden Ring would have
Crossplay.
crossplay functionality
I
with
wonder,
just
I never
codes.
know, and maybe I could find out, but I always wonder how much it has to do with like, licensing and who owns what shit when it comes down to consoles and them not wanting,
Yes.
because, something like Fortnite or Fall Guys that just has this mass appeal and is owned by some fringe company, not fringe, but non Nintendo, non Sony company, is just crossplay everywhere all the time. You could play against someone on your phone and you're on a fucking console or like who gives a shit? But those are also probably much simpler games.
I think
I don't
I
know anything
think
about it.
from my time being very invested in following news and stuff, but I've come to learn, well, in time it's developed and changed, because it used to be Sony would say no, or they would put the kibosh on it for a long time. They finally got bullied into doing it, and or like Nintendo would say no, or well, Nintendo with first party, obviously you can't do anything with that, but like I don't know how there is crossplay on Nintendo things. I
Yeah,
have
Fall
played
Guys.
like yeah, I played. My wife plays on her Switch a lot. She plays. So I played like Moving Out 2 on Xbox with her and her sisters that play on Switch.
Yep.
So I mean there is
Yeah, there is
crossplay, but
stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does
yeah,
exist. It's not necessarily a console thing, but
I
it
think
does
it's
seem like the bigger the game, the
publisher.
less
Yeah.
likely. And I don't even know what I mean by big. I don't even know what scale that's on, but Elden Ring surely
Yeah.
is big. Fall Guys is also big, but different big. And
it
Elden
seems
Ring isn't
it's
like owned by Sony or anything. It's still, you know,
no.
I don't know.
I think it's all
Obviously,
publisher
I know
and developer
nothing about what I'm
choice.
speculating about.
Yeah, I think it's development and publishing choices that are
Yeah,
done
that
with
does lead
that.
to
I
a lot
think
of, yeah.
it seems like FromSoft is not a developer who's very keen on implementing those things in their games. They do not really
Sure.
fucking care.
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
I
it
don't
might just be
know.
like extra hassle.
Yes, well, it
And
is. It is.
the way that something like Fall Guys or Fortnite is marketed, it's marketed in a way that it's free to, yeah, it's free to everybody. Everybody play. Come look, come look. Some of you are going to give us money, so everyone come. Totally different animal, right? The
Yeah.
whole
See,
marketing, the
like
whole
what's
thing of it, yeah.
yeah, and like some like a game genre that's really like really dove into it hard now, and all the games come out with is fighting games. Fighting games now have lots of crossplay day one,
Yeah.
like on every platform, which is great to see. You really want to have that
You
because it
want to
really
play as
makes
many
the
different players as possible.
yeah,
You want to be
you want to
rotating
have
through. You want,
access.
yeah.
Yeah,
The last thing you
but
want is for someone on day one to keep getting matched against the same guy that keeps kicking their ass. You know, you
yeah,
want as many players matching as many different ways as possible.
and I mean, fighting games are always good with
Good.
your buddies,
Yeah.
right? Like you always.
Yeah, and you
I
want to
mean,
play
at
with it.
least for
Yeah,
me.
exactly. This also, yeah.
I'm not big on. I used to be big on online lobbies with randos and shit, but it's chaotic. But with my buddies, it's always been that thing. It's where I grew up in the arcades, standing next to my friend playing, Tekken 3 and Marvel versus Capcom and all the greats and shit. Those are very fond memories of just fighting your buddies and your friends or in the house back when with CBS 2 at fucking lunch and Ed and oh my god, some incredible nights of duking it out and in that game. And yeah, I just love being my buddies. So it's like nowadays, we're all scattered around. We all have our preferred platform. It's just nice to know that we could all buy it on our preferred platform and then come together and play the
Yeah.
night it comes out. So fighting
Yeah.
games are really
Important.
taking a
Yeah.
lead into that. I noticed a lot of games are though now. It's crossplay is really. I mean, I think it's become such a common question. As soon as people see co-op games or online multiplayer games, they're immediately like the first question in like a lot of like comments or replies and shit is like crossplay.
Right.
It's kind of a fucking requirement. It kind of seems silly at this point when people don't do it, but I get somebody like FromSoft they just they're in their own feelings about shit. They don't like to even design a good co-op, an easy to use co-op system in their games. They're very strict and very stick to their guns about their theory. You know what I mean? They're such hard asses about it. And making it easy. They want it to be an odd experience that is meant to not be changed, that the way the Souls games operate. So yeah, maybe we'll see. Like I said, Steam Deck is big. Anyways, yeah, we kind of gotten. This is classic us, just
So, yeah.
derailed
So,
from one subject to the next, but
what's Neo 3
natural
like?
progression. So Neo 3 is really cool. It is like playing a Souls game. Now, Neo 3 is different from the other two because Neo 1 and 2 are a little bit more linear. A little bit
Okay.
more.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more.
There certainly was a
Soulsy.
path, yeah, in a
Yeah.
early Soulsy, in a dark. I
Mhm.
would even,
Old school,
yeah, I would
yes.
compare both of them to Dark Souls 2 as far as their
This,
kind of layout. Almost say
this,
Simon's Quest. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, sorry. Um, this is an open world style that they have gone with.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? That was like a voice cracking with joy. I was
I
like,
know.
oh.
It sounded like you. It sounded like you kind of felt, and I'm gonna say like a Far Cry sign of joy, screech of joy there.
That is exactly what was happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So this game very much is a Far Cry Souls, which is
Oh,
fucking cool.
man.
They really landed. They nailed it, and it's not overwhelming, but there are shit. You got a huge map. There are parts of the map that are fogged out. You have to go discover it. It is scaled, you know, they're level scale. So it's like, hey, this zone is like, you know, 20 and above, level 20 up. This zone is, you know, 30 up. There are
Oh
all kinds.
man.
Yeah, there are all kinds of little secrets to find, the little cats to these little scrumpuses that you find, and you have to
Scrumpuses?
scrumpuses, yeah, little cats that are in the shape of a ball that roll around, and you collect them. And there's just little, you know, little collectibles everywhere that are fun that reward you. This game is a loot whore. It's just pouring with loot all the time. So it's kind of more like it kind of falls into almost like a little bit of a Borderlands situation where you are constantly just getting new loot. Every single fucking enemy, anything, every turn you make, there's new loot dropping, and you are grinding through loot, and adding new gear constantly, at a high rate. So it's kind of like an open world Souls on speed on Adderall.
Would
Um,
you say that the gear collection and upgrading is like more akin to like Borderlands or even Diablo?
yes, very Diablo. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
you have just mentioned all of my favorite games.
Yeah, me too. Borderlands and Diablo-esque, yeah, for sure. I mean, we are talking about it is just raining loot. You are shoveling, you are just constantly grinding out, toss, whatever. You're swapping your kit, constantly putting a new weapon in, trying this one out, doing this, doing that, seeing how this works. There's tons of special attributes, attached to each weapon. There are gear sets, the whole nine. Like it's, and the really cool thing about a game like this game too is that they've added lots of really good options and streamlined quality of life options so that you aren't finagling through menus too long to get rid of all your junk.
Well, I
They've
love
just,
that.
yeah,
That's one
it
of my
is
favorite
just
things to hear.
so well. There's so many little things that they put in that you right in the menus, one button clicks to do this, or you can just set parameters, and just okay, everything under this rarity, fucking, as soon as you go to a shrine, boom, pops up, it's already all checked. You just hit X, gone. You don't even have to worry about it. They make it so easy. Stuff like auto pickup, so you don't have to be constantly mashing R1 to pick up if you don't want to. Um, yeah, it's just like the peak of I think this is the best Neo by far. This is the best one. It introduces a new style. So typically you would be playing as a samurai type style with three different
Okay.
stances,
Yeah, okay.
where,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
still exists, but now when you hit R2, you flash into a ninja style, and now you are like a speed brawler type, like ninja with lots of agility and shurikens and fire bombs and all kinds of shit. And so it's a totally different play style, and there's no stances with it. You just have a misty step instead of the breath.
Okay.
So
Oh.
yeah, so
Okay.
you don't get your stamina back by pulsing. You get an invisibility
You
flash that,
get you remove from combat and then engage again fresh.
yes, or you can teleport around the backside of them and get,
Okay. Sure.
backstab hits. And yeah, so you can dash. It's like an extra dash. It's like an extra dodge roll or like an extra evasion tactic. And so it helps you when you go in combo, and then maybe they're winding up for something. You pop out like you do a ninja poof and move to the left of them and they whiff the attack. It's very cool. So I've been really enjoying that because the ninja stance or the ninja style is so fucking hot, and I play as it more than I do the samurai. It's just so much fun. You've got an just you got all kinds of little extra things that come along with that, and a whole new set of weapons too. There's a whole unique set of weapons for the ninja, and then there's all the stuff for the samurai. So now you have double the amount of weapons to choose from. And when you fight certain enemies, they will do a glowy red attack type thing. And if you land it as if you swap stances as soon as they attack you, as if it's like a parry, if you swap, type, right?
Okay. I'm following you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, say you're in samurai type and they flash red and it's about to land its attack. And you press R2 to switch to ninja. If you do that at the right time, you get like an instant stagger on them, like an instant
Okay.
like a huge
It's like
burst.
like a parry, but through shifting your type.
Yes, very weird
All
but
right.
sounding, but yes, you get the general idea. So it's like a parry or a riposte type thing that gives them like a stun. If you land it, if you miss it, you miss it, you know, or you get hit with the
Sure.
attack, or maybe they whiff. But if you land it, you get a big opportunity to attack them, you know, while they're staggered, and it just feels so good. It just, man, it is delightful. I have played about 20 to 30 hours, 25 to 30 hours of it so far. We have cleared the first continent or map just about together. So it's a 3-player co-op game. If you like, you could play it single player. You can do a
So
lot of things. There are single player mission only things too for you too. So if you do want to play on your own, off time, you know, not co-oping, there are things that you can do solo that are only for you, which is neat too. Sorry, I knew you were gonna ask something there.
well, you mentioned that you were playing this with a specific group of players.
Mhm. Mhm.
What I guess I want to ask like what the multiplayer mechanics are like. Is it more traditional? Can you just group up? Is there any kind of do you have to wave a finger or write a soapstone or ring a
Good
bell or
question.
and do you have to keep summoning them? Like, yeah, tell me about the multiplayer, the
Yeah,
mechanically.
this is a huge part of why I feel like this game is absolutely great, and I'm just enjoying every second of it. Is because it is literally there are okay, so there are summons to if you're playing single player, you have ways to summon people in by using a cup or a finger type thing.
Okay.
Okay. It's very easy to do that, though. It's very easy to do that. You go to your shrine, you go to the co-op section of the menu in your shrine. You'll have like a menu of things where you level up and you know, various other things that you're
When you
swap.
go into a dungeon, can you get a bunch of randos right there and run the dungeon together as it should be, as God has intended?
Yes, guys.
Can you just
Yes,
grab
yes.
randos? Can you just grab a pickup group and do a dungeon? That because
You
you know.
sure can.
Okay,
So
cool.
there's
Good.
multiple ways. There's multiple ways, which is fantastic.
Well,
So there
great.
is a
Well,
the
well, good.
expedition
Oh,
basically allows somebody to just host a game,
there we go.
and then they host a game for story, the entire campaign, right? The entire campaign with no bullshit disconnections after something happens or beating a boss, nothing. It is seamless, it continues. You kill a boss, you're continuing. You're moving on together, you're moving through the entire map. You
As
all you
it
have to
also
do
as it should be. Like really, yeah.
require
That,
doesn't require an item. All you have to do is go to the thing and create a lobby. You can set it to friends only, so everybody who's online who's playing that game can see your lobby and only them. And then you just click in, join, and you're off.
very
And
normal.
that's it. Fucking A. It's so good, and it just makes it so easy. It works. It is just. I mean, there are other things that you can do. Like you were saying, like
Yeah, like
certain dungeons.
if I'm playing by
Yeah,
myself and I just want a rando group to go to run a dungeon, yeah.
absolutely. You can even open up the story for complete randos to come and join
Oh,
you and just do
just yeah,
campaign.
let them hop in. I mean, shit, man.
Yeah. If you're cool with, like, you know, it's up to you. You can either, you know, do the whole thing with people, or you can say, hey, you know, there's a shrine here before this boss. I want to call somebody in. I'm going to call in some randos. There are even AI randos you can summon.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you can find AI randos on the ground that are warriors that you can just summon up. They're basically like the fallen one. They are basically some of them are AI, but some of them are actual players too. Like, just they may have died or left. I don't know how exactly how that works. I think they may have died in the area,
Yeah, and you can summon their
or oh no,
spirits,
you could
so
summon people.
called.
Okay, you could summon people who've died in the area to fight them as revenants and get their and try to have a chance to get their gear to drop. You'll see what their gear is, but there are
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there are blue ones And the blue ones are you summoning somebody who is a good guy in. And we haven't really done much of that because I've been just playing with 2 other people already. So I
Sure.
haven't really I haven't experimented with that very much yet. And I don't play much single player quite yet. I mean, I'll go in. I played a little single player myself to go clean up things that I didn't get that the other guys did a little bit. They started a little bit before me, but I caught up. I mean, very fast. And it was just me going up and like cleaning like collectibles and getting like kadamas and these other little things that you collect them. They give you little bonuses and shit too. Like like you collect these little lizard guys called kadamas, and every time you get it, you get like a
What are,
point.
what was the animal that I really liked the name of?
Scrumpus.
Scrumpus, yeah.
You'll love the Scrumpuses, dude, because they're cats, and they are these little marble cats, these little bowling ball cats that roll around. You have to chase them. Once you chase them, and then once you finally reach where they lead you to, you pet them, and then they give you rewards for that. They drop shit, and then you can trade it into the big Scrampus back at your main hub. And that's the other cool thing too, is that you can all just come into a main hub and
Big
start there.
Scrampus.
Yeah, there's a big daddy Scrampus,
Big
and
Daddy Scrampus.
you trade in your fur balls to him, the ones that you've collected along the way, and he gives you special gifts and bonuses too. The game just has so much stuff to offer. There's so many everything just feels like it has value to it. There's nothing like wasted or lame. There's sometimes almost too many things, but I think that's meant because the game has like a serious end game. It actually has like a good end game, and it has depth, and there's a lot that you can do. So like forging and all that kind of stuff. It's like we haven't really touched too much of that yet because we're still just kind of like playing base and vanilla, and it's like
Yeah,
you
it
don't really
sounds
you don't
like
need to
you're
worry about it now.
basically at a limb grave.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there's you can go back to to like a main hub, and there's a bunch of like vendors and it's
Man, I
blacksmith
love
there.
that shit. I ain't do that kind of shit anymore. Death Stranding doesn't really have that type of experience.
No, this is like the full blown like real deal like co-op experience that is just it's perfect. It works for the game, and the game is it's speedier than most Souls games. You're moving a lot faster. You're um you can be encumbered. It's kind of difficult to reach those levels. I mean, as you're leveling up, the right way and stuff, and you're paying attention to your weight limits, but it's not like as aggressive as a Dark Souls where like
As some games can be.
yeah,
Yeah,
or
do
some
they
others.
how soon do they hit you with the fat roll?
Yeah, I was gonna say fat rolls. I have not fat rolled yet, and I thought I was.
You have not
Yeah,
fat rolled yet. All
and the
right.
cool part is each of your styles has its own equipment
Yeah,
and
yeah,
gear.
and
So,
yeah, that swaps along with it.
so like your ninja is typically very white, but typically very light, in that their gear isn't heavy. So like I am constantly in green with the ninja, and I'm in yellow with the
Okay.
samurai, and I've been rocking heavy shit. Like I'm using some of the heavy weapons, the big spears and shit like that. And yeah, I think I'm dancing on the line of hitting to the fat roll, but I've been specking a point here or there into the right one that I think it's
The stamina
strength.
equivalent.
Theirs are very weird in this game because but the weight reduction and being able to rock and wield heavy gear, I think it's strength is in this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
stamina is weird because yeah, it's weird. I think
It's
heart
a
is the one that is.
resource.
Yeah, heart is your key, which is your stamina
Okay.
in this game. Yeah, they call it key. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, right.
it's very hard. I feel like it's very difficult to get to a fat roll. And I've been playing for like 25 hours, and I haven't fat rolled once. And
Nice
yeah,
to
strong
hear.
parry. Everybody has a parry. Everyone has a block parry. There's no like specific weapon at all. They all have them. Everyone has a dodge. It's so you can choose on the fly what you want to be doing, how you want to approach, your evasion or your defense. Um, it's just the exploration is great. It's just like I said, it's just these huge battlefields of Japan, and there's all these, pagodas and fucking, shanties and whatnot, and you're exploring different. Yeah, it's great. And different lakes, mountains, mountain views, and ledges, and it
Pagodas
all
and
keeps.
shanties.
Yeah, it just keeps moving. Very well. Yeah, it's like everyone, villages and shanties and shit like that. Like you get on the roofs, you're fighting things on the roofs. You're climbing this, you're jumping up here. You have like a double jump. It's very very satisfying. It's a much more like speedier, Souls game. It's got a lot of you're not being weighed down, or held back very much, but like when you get into combat, it's really fast and furious and aggressive. It kind of rewards aggression. The boss are really cool designs and stuff like that. Everything's really good so far with that. We've had a couple of challenging ones that took us a few attempts. That was really awesome. You got a lot to experiment with. Like I don't know, there's not enough good things I could say about it right now.
It seems that way.
Yeah, it's the kind of game that I've been like wanting for a long time, or I've been wanting FromSoft to do for a long time.
Fuck.
And that they kind of did with Night Rain, but not really. Like the element of it in that, Night Rain is a very like sped up,
Sure.
Elden Ring, but it has
Hi,
this
Daisy.
whole, Fortnite type element where, the storm's closing in, you have to be bosses before things go down, or you have to like get to the.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's still It's got a closing ring, but it also has a sort of.
As the Night Rain, yeah.
It has been described of me as a roguelite, so like you're doing multiple runs of this closing ring area and getting gear or whatever that improves your next runs. There is a progression of your runs get improved upon by what you collect, or
yeah, there's a main hub, and that's basically the table. I forgot what the area is called now, but
that table where everyone was hanging out.
Yeah, the table, it's in that zone, and you've got a lot of people to talk to there, and like they kind of give you quests and do little, vague story bits as Elden Ring does. And that's where you can manage your gear and go through and then you have like special sigils and things that you equip that give you unique run bonuses. So it's roguelite. Yeah, it's definitely roguelite.
And you got heroes.
And you have heroes, right? You select which class hero you like to want to play.
All right.
And then you jump on in, and you're there with two others, and then you just basically they take a chunk of a map of the area of the map, and they just like kind of just like throw a bunch of crazy shit on it.
Oh, okay.
Bosses, encounters, certain things, and you basically running around collecting gear and loot. And it's at a very rapid pace. It's very similar to what I was talking about in Neo. I wouldn't say
I had not heard about the closing ring. I had not heard about the Fortnite aspect. I was expecting when whoever described it to me that kept saying roguelite, I just imagined like random pieces of dungeons with a boss at the end, and you would just have to rush the boss. I know it was just picturing just boss rush type gameplay. But you're opening my mind up to what Night Rain more like
really
Fortnite.
Is, yeah. Huge, very, very important mechanic of it. Yeah, you start the run. The ring, the countdown timer begins. And
are you on a bus?
It will no, you just kind of drop in from like some bird. Birds fly you.
Wait, really? Is there a bird?
Yeah. You just fly in. It auto drop. It doesn't let you choose where you land.
Okay.
It picks a spot like where it thinks that it's a good starting point for you, but like the animations and shit show you coming flying in, on some fucking birds. And you just crash and drop in and then go. You just hit the ground and running. And your goal really is to like try to fight as many bosses as you can. You're trying to find bosses around the map and level up. You want to try to level up and get better gear because you're trying to beat the Night Lords at the end of each map.
Are there other players? But it's just the three of you versus enemies.
Yes.
Okay. Boy, for a second I was picturing what like real Fortnite Elden Ring would be, and for a second I was like, this is a nightmare.
It's squad. It's
That would
squad
be,
based. Yeah, it
could you
trios.
imagine 100 Elden Ring players?
No, no, no. It's only Fortnite in the aspect that
No,
you
I got,
are.
yeah, the closing ring.
That
Gotcha,
the
gotcha.
closing, the storm is
Okay.
closing in on you, and you have only a limited time to
That's still really
try
interesting.
to.
That's still not what I thought the game. And I
Yeah.
didn't, that was just a split second. I thought, what if there were 100 players? That was a stoned thought. I wasn't like
No, it'd be
completely
wild. Yeah, it's you, your trio, and a shitload of enemies and bosses on the map, and it's your job to try to clear them out as many as you can before the ring closes to the final destination point, where there is a major boss, and it's usually one of the legacy bosses from not just Elden Ring, but
Yeah.
also Dark Souls, and
Name a
which is very unique.
favorite.
Yeah.
Tell me a favorite Dark Souls
Do I have
boss that you
do I have a
encountered.
favorite Dark Souls boss?
Well, one that is in Night
I
Rain.
don't. The ones that are in Night Rain, dude, they are mostly all fucking nightmares, honestly. Like, it's been a while since I played. I'm trying to remember who.
I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot. It doesn't. I don't need you to name the boss. This isn't a quiz.
Yeah, no. I didn't really really garner a favorite, generate
Sure.
feelings towards a favorite. I guess.
My favorite boss
Caligo was a good. The Miasma of the Night is a pretty good one. That one's fun. Adele is pretty fun.
Those are from Dark Souls?
Are they from Dark Souls? You were asking me which Night Rain bosses, right?
Yeah, but I was asking you which ones that were from Dark Souls that you liked.
Which ones are from Dark Souls?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Again, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I should not say. I feel like I'm not allowed to say this without finishing Shadow of the Erdtree. But what if they made an Elden Ring 2?
Oh my god.
And what if you could just
Oh my
play
God.
with your bros like you were saying about Neo? Like, I really am not. I got it. We're gonna. You might very well be with me when I fully engage with Shadow of the Erdtree finally soon.
Yeah.
I got DS2 is coming out. I have so many things to tell you.
I know for sure Nameless King is definitely in it. I know
Yeah, is that a DS3 guy? Or
I
two?
think that's DS3, yeah.
Okay. I think it's DS3.
Yes, DS3. Dancer of the Boreal Valley, which is 3.
Oh yeah, I like her.
Demon Prince
You know,
was 3.
You know, Snuggly the Crow. Is that her name?
I don't remember. Centipede Demon, definitely from 1.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there's some good ones. They made some good choices. Yeah, I think from 2 is one of the Smelter Demons and stuff. It's those are the ones I remember. Thinking about it now. But what were you saying? You were saying who? Do I remember who?
Is her name Snuggly the Crow?
Snuggly the Crow?
The crow
Snuggly,
that says
yes,
creepy things
yes.
to you?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Warm,
it is.
fuzzy, bring me Snuggly.
Yes, in the Undead Asylum or whatever.
Yeah,
is it called?
do you
Northern-
know that she was never a crow?
I don't think I is that part of the story and I just didn't get that part? Because I
It's
feel like there's so much stuff lore of Dark Souls that I just do
well,
not.
Snuggly the Crow. Well, she was never even named Snuggly. Like Snuggly the Crow is something that players started calling her, and mainly because her nest is right next to, the crow, the big crow that takes you to Lordran. But
Warm and fuzzy.
someone like pointed out, or I was watching a YouTube video that pointed this out. So I have no idea how much of this is correct, but
that's fun.
Like I guess in the game files, like the voice files are labeled as Hawk Girl, and like if you look around in that area, there are these weird hawks flying around that have 4 wings each. So like she was meant to be one of these weird hawks, but like people just assumed she was a crow, and that's her legacy now. I don't know. I thought that was a neat story.
So it's a fan made lore.
The name
lore.
Snuggly the Crow is, yeah.
Yes. That's very interesting. I didn't know. What's funny is that like I just didn't know much about that backstory to it. That I just knew everyone kind of called her
Yeah.
Snuggly the Crow. Yeah.
Well, it seems like it would be a crow, and she's always talking about snuggly shit. So it
Hello, who
really
may be in chat?
those
I don't know. I
voices.
think so.
Oh yeah, Daisy is here. Mahina, I don't know if Mahina is still here, but what's up, Daisy and Mahina, and anyone listening to us? Yeah, we're doing a podcast. You can listen to us on podcast services like Spotify and the other ones. So.
Thanks for hanging out. Anybody who's listening, really appreciate it. Just yeah, I just always put it out there that it's exciting to do these things, and I appreciate anyone who's taking the time to listen to us banter about gaming.
Thanks for being here,
Thank you.
man. So I have a DualSense controller. This is the thing I was going to tell you about. the thing that has most, I mean, it's awesome, first of all. I don't need to tell you about that. I have charged it one time. I have been using an Xbox 360 controller to play Death Stranding and an Xbox One controller to play Minecraft, and both of those are very old. I am now living in a modern age, but the most impressive thing, the thing that has occurred with this controller that has impressed me much, that has impressed me the most so far, Mahina knows about this already, is that in Death Stranding, do you know what I'm going to say?
I'm wondering, my guess is that when it yells at you things.
No, actually, because apparently on PC it will only do that if it is wired. The microphone and speaker will only work if it is wired, which is okay, because it actually, when I first plugged it in, it messed with all of my audio settings, and I don't want to route the output. A PC has trouble
to just have that, to have the microphone
if it's wired
come at you. Oh, if it's wired, okay,
right.
That's strange. I don't know why that would be why it would require a wire, but anyways.
You know what? I have not even fully investigated that. That is only what I was told.
It doesn't on PS5. Like it'll totally. I mean, if you want those things to be
sort of, yeah. That's what I'm saying, is that this is not PS5, and the machine I'm using would much rather me use an Xbox controller. So it's not necessarily going to be.
I'm hoping this is the magic.
I mean, I'm not saying anything definitive. I might find out.
Oh yeah,
if it's true or not. But anyway,
very much. But yeah, go continue. I could guess, and I will guess things, but I'd rather you just go ahead. And
I'm not going to. Again, this continues to not be a quiz show, and maybe I'll make a quiz show.
I love a quiz show, though. I don't know. Maybe I just.
Well, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. Next time, I'm writing down. Next time, I'm going to have trivia for you.
No, don't do it. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. No, right. You know what? Right. Okay.
I just always approach things as it's a quiz. Maybe it's just my weird mentality of life after being alive for so long.
Yeah. Are you just used to being put on the spot and having to come up with an answer?
It's my life. Yeah. It's nice to not have to do that, to not be expected to do that, even though I feel like everything in life expects me to do that. Is that just me?
I'm sort of getting over that exact feeling. Maybe I'm sort of, but the problem though is that like I can there's a medium spot, right?
Okay.
Because you can very easily turn into the opposite and just become unhelpful to everyone, and just say, I don't give a shit, fuck you, to everyone that asks you anything. So like the more that I start feeling like I shouldn't, the more that I get over feeling like I need to provide people with the answer that they would like to hear, the more I get over trying to think of the correct answer and to approach everyone with that kind of attitude, the more I find myself slipping into someone that says, get the fuck out of my face, I don't care about your quiz show.
I love learning new things, so
yeah, learning is awesome. Should I be making a list of like pro-social behavior that we encourage? Because I've mentioned like 3 different things, all good stranding. Learning is good stranding.
This always comes back to Stranding, and Hideo Kojima. Yeah, and
maybe the podcast will just be called Stranding.
Ooh,
hey.
I mean, it seems like we commonly reference this as a source of our enjoyment and also fundamentals of life. So
Stranding,
that's not a bad idea.
Stranding is something it is something that has always been a fundamental of life, that I now have a specific term to talk about it. Before I talked about it, I would use this very unhelpful phrase. I would talk about the phenomenon of stranding, and I would use this quote. I would say, "This boy was terrified of the invisible bonds that people form," which is a quote by Shinji Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yes. Well, even in a coincidental format, it's like we at one point as friends stranded away, and now have stranded together again recently. More recently, I guess, in the past. Seems like now. What,
Daisy, you gotta play Death Stranding is maybe number one. I am putting together a list. Part of what this podcast is about is a list of the games that I feel are important to play. Possibly number one, Death Stranding is the most important game to play.
And I think it's also just been a common subject of our enjoyment that we have connected deeply on. And there are so many levels to that.
Yeah.
And our understanding of Death Stranding. And it's rare. Honestly, I know we've talked about this in the last one about how many people haven't played it or don't understand it or didn't get to the point of that game where you understand all the multifaceted, the layers to the onion.
The layers. That's perfect. That is a perfect way to talk about it. It could be that I really don't talk about. I may not talk to too many gaming hobbyists. I might not talk to too many people that are really serious. I don't want to say serious gamers, but people who that is their hobby. I don't, because, there are certain people that mostly watch movies on the weekend. There's a ton of people like that I talk to. And of course, they've not played Death Stranding. They have maybe played Metal Gear. But, I am still surprised, though, even though I don't talk to that many gamers, that it does seem like not many people have played this game. And a lot of people are like, what, really? I mean, we always talk about this phenomena, but I feel like not enough people have played it. And that's why I'm just going to keep telling everyone that they have to.
I think we should. We should never stop.
This is why. This is why. Yeah. This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm playing the game with, first of all, I did mention that tapping the touch screen to leave likes as God intended is just delightful. This touch screen is so delightful, and using it the way Kojima intended. But in Death Stranding, you may or may not know, Daisy and dear listeners, Mahina, you were here when I discovered this. This game has not only does it have a lot to do with human connections and the and the whatever of life and the beauty of who we are when we are together and apart, and the differences and distances of our rhythms of existence. It is also has a great deal to do with pissing and pooping. And in the game,
I think I know where this is going now, but yes.
In the game, not only can you, but you often, honestly, sometimes for enjoyment and sometimes out of necessity, excuse me. You may have to take a piss. And you take a piss in Death Stranding the same way you would shoot a gun or use any other tool. You select it from a radial wheel. You hold down the left trigger to aim, and you hold down the right trigger to piss. And when you are pissing in Death Stranding with this DualSense controller, the haptic feedback in the right trigger as you're pissing does a little pulsing, squirting haptic feedback that sort of peters out and spurts at the end. It makes me fucking uncomfortable. It is a visceral and real experience. Like
that is it is so I agree.
Real ass video game walking, real ass video game pissing.
Such a touch. Such a fine touch by Kojima.
Kojima ass use of a controller, like steering a man around, using the controls of a tank to steer a man. Kojima ass.
It's one of the things with the DualSense. It took me a while
Capsule baby. Is this the
Castlevania,
is this
yeah.
just the DualSense? Is this there is no DualSense 2? They were all DualShock and now this is the DualSense.
Yes, this was the
This is one. This
next
is
gen.
DualSense 1. This is
Yeah,
the
when
new PlayStation. I am finally a
this is
part
the
of the
current.
modern age. Look at
Yeah,
this
this is the
thing. It
modern
lights
dual.
up and
Yeah,
everything.
DualShock 4 was the last one, and then they
Okay, yep.
moved to a DualSense this time. And
The
I
triggers
was
are fucking cool.
I will say, yes, that's something that
Triggers are
the
good.
pressure, the haptic feedbacks, and the resistance
Yeah,
were
really cool.
certain games I had played early on when I got a PS5. I did not enjoy it. I didn't. I would turn it off.
Yeah,
I
you were like,
wasn't into
nah.
it.
I don't need to. I don't need
Yeah.
to feel the man's pulse as the piss rips through his urethra.
Well, it wasn't until Death Stranding that, and I will try
Oh,
it.
no. You were like,
I
oh,
will
maybe
tr-
I should try out this pissing mechanic.
It's more of that the feeling of treading and the weight
Yeah,
of his
for
of
real.
Sam's movements and his footsteps and the feeling the resistance
Yeah, real
it
ass
spoke to
walking.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
really,
hit me.
and I mean, it's like it used to be. It used to be almost an insult when I would say it's like using a tank to steer a man, the way Kojima
Yeah.
would design his insane controller schemes. But like, I think this is it. I think Death Stranding is
best.
it. I think it's like using a man to control a man. Like, it's like it feels right, just the way you can picking shit up with the like.
Adaptive triggers.
Death Stranding is so fucking good.
It's so good, and now I love that you enjoyed that game, and now you are like re-enjoying it with a new perspective of having a dual
I
sense.
can't believe how much the difference, dude. I should
Because I'll
pull
be
out
honest with you,
the Xbox 360 fucking motherfucker I was using.
I'm not a gimmicky controller guy. I love the Xbox controller. I love the asymmetrical stick placement. I'm more of an Xbox guy. No gimmicks. Just give me the good feeling controller with snappy buttons and aim and my asymmetrical stick placement. But I have grown to appreciate. I was a hater of the DualSense early on.
Oh,
But it took me, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, oh, the touchscreen, this touchpad stuff is just, the games that I was playing at that time, and I don't remember many of them, but I mean, whatever ones were using it were just not impressing me. It was making me feel like I was struggling in games that you're not supposed to feel
sure.
struggle.
Okay.
Whereas Death Stranding, and leave it to the master himself to win me over by utilizing the controller gimmicks in the way that changed my perspective on it and made me love
Death
it.
Stranding was a Sony exclusive, and Kojima does make shit for the hardware that it's gonna come out on, and he uses that hardware to fucking play with the player. And
I guess, yeah.
And that's what we're talking. No, I mean, and that's exactly what we're talking about with this, using the controller so correctly with the PS5 to do this.
I just remember when PS5 came out, it came with a pack-in demo-y game called Astrobot's Playroom.
Yeah, you could crush the bubble things.
Did you play that at all? Did you have a chance to ever play that anywhere?
But the one thing I did, like, Neil handed me the controller and he was like, see, this is what the triggers are like. And I had to crush like a gotcha ball to like open it up. And the controller, like when you got halfway, they would like be putting pressure and you had to squeeze a little harder. And I was like, oh, adaptive triggers, cool. But that's all I saw of Astrobot's Playroom.
Yeah, people raved about it. Oh, this is it. This is the future of this stuff, like whatever. And like, I remember just playing it and just being completely unimpressed and annoyed by it. I was just like, I don't need this shit in my platformer. This is a really cool platforming game, but this is too much. And it's just, I don't like the feeling of it. It just wasn't doing anything for me.
At the time, I did recall the Nintendo dual screen. I did recall the kind of look at all the weird things you can do with this system. You can blow on it to blow the sailboat.
You can do blowy things into
Yeah,
the
you
PS5
can.
controller as well.
Yeah, right.
You can do it into
So,
the dual sense.
yeah.
There are blowy things, and I believe it was they are used in Astrobot, and I just feel like it became too much of a gimmick tech demo than it was, which I guess it was. That's what it was supposed to be, and I just wasn't bought on it. Now, however, I hear the full Astrobot game is very good, and I've wanted it for a while.
Well, it got a Game of the Year.
Yeah, I won a Game of the Year, and I was very
Probably
surprised
several.
by
There's
that.
like 500 of those awards given out by different places.
Yeah, no,
But I mean, it was like
I
it
was
was
just shocked.
Game
That was a
Awards,
hell of a
Game of
year
the
for
Year.
games too.
Yeah.
And that a 3D platformer from like a small studio under Sony. Yeah, I don't know. It's something seemed off with all that, but whatever.
Was it good?
I've never played Astrobot, the game.
Oh, okay.
I've never played
Okay.
it, but I've heard tremendously great things about it, even from friends who are maybe a little stanny for it. But you know, I get it. We all have our things. We have Kojima, so like, I mean, you know, I get it that there's, but I mean, I hear it's purely great, and I've been wanting to get it for a long time. I'm just not willing to. It's one of the weird games that I won't pay $50 for.
Sure.
I've been waiting for it to go on sale for like 20.
Yeah, that's totally defensible.
And
Like,
don't get me wrong, I love a good 3D platformer, dude. I am, you know, Mario fucking, you know, Mario Odyssey
Oh
is
man,
one of my greatest games ever.
I only played a tiny bit, and I never owned it, and I really that is
Odyssey?
on my to-do list. Yeah, Odyssey.
Oh
Yeah,
my
wow,
God.
that was cool. That was a gasp.
Oh,
I just
dude.
got a gasp.
Odyssey.
So,
Odyssey is in my list of, and I've made one recently in case we have these talks, but a game of the generation, or at least of the past 10 years. I think we're coming up upon it being maybe past than 10 years this year, but greatest games of the past 10 years, absolutely Mario Odyssey, fucking masterpiece. Maybe probably my favorite Mario game ever. I would kill for a Mario Odyssey 2. When they were like,
wow.
when the team who was like, here's our new game, and fucking it was DK Bonanza, I was like, God damn it, I was so mad.
Yeah, no DK Bonanza, no.
I haven't played DK Bonanza yet because I didn't buy a Switch 2 yet, but I'm interested. I will get it. I will play. I heard it's great. I heard it's fantastic. You know, I did, but it's not Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey changed my life. I went to E3 that year.
Wow.
I played Mario Odyssey first before with a group of public.
It was like 2016 or some shit?
I went in 2017? Oh,
20, okay. Yeah.
19 or 17. I can't remember which year.
Well, if it was before the Switch, and Mario Odyssey came out, I think it would have been 2017.
Switch had been out. Switch came out with Breath of the Wild. So Switch had been out for a couple of years now, and Mario Odyssey was announced. And
did Mario Odyssey take a couple of years? Maybe. Okay, I may be misremembering. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a while now. Mario Odyssey. So yeah, 2017. So, yes, it was E3 2017. I finally made it. That was a life goal of mine, an achievement, a bucket list moment to attend an E3, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Because Mario Odyssey was like really like the premier game. I mean, there were other games, but that was the game being shown there. I had to wait for like 2 hours to play. It was worth it though.
Bad.
It was totally worth it.
Wow.
Yeah, waited in a huge fucking line, and we're some of the first of the public to play Mario Odyssey. You know, and then I think it came out maybe 6 months later or something like that. Like
barely anybody told me to play Mario Odyssey.
Wow. That is so sad. That hurts me.
I don't talk to people who play video games. I guess you
have a point.
That's what we're doing here. Yeah.
I mean, a game like that, though, that's a Mario game.
I know.
Nintendo.
You know what? I play every 2D Mario game that comes out. I do that automatically. Someone needs to tell me. They have gamers
that aren't gamers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo has the crowd of people that aren't hardcore gamers, you know, or whatever. But, like...
They got me for life, man. I will be playing Mario and Metroid for life. Whatever they put out as 2D Mario. Maybe this is...
We should talk about Metroid Prime 4 someday, too. I have feelings about that.
You have feelings?
I have feelings about Metroid Prime 4, yeah.
But we
can get to that another time. Yeah.
Would you like to collect it? I'll put that on the list of things to ask you about.
Well, you just mentioned Metroid, and I'm like, well, that's something I played. About maybe?
But see, listen, I don't.
Past 3 months, I played it.
Yeah.
So I was like, Just made me think about Metroid Prime 4 real quick there. But yes, Mario Odyssey, dude, what a fucking, it's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle, dude. I don't think they will ever make a better one, and I hope they do, but I just don't know if you can. I just don't know if you fucking can do it.
I like
It
Galaxy
is a
a lot.
masterpiece. You know what's funny is you would think that I would really love Galaxy.
I need to put together a list of the
enjoy
games
them.
I'm going to play next. Sorry, please.
Now,
continue.
did you play Wonder by any chance? Mario.
Oh man,
Wonder was amazing. Yeah, Wonder was great. Wonder was great.
I mean,
Still, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Every 2D Mario, like, and that's why Metroid Prime 4 is not really on my radar, because the Prime games, when I say I'll play any Metroid game they put out, I'm talking about the 2D Metroid games. I have played zero Prime games.
I put Dread in my, I think Dread's in my top 20 of the generation right now. I think that was on my list. Dread is amazing.
Yeah,
I love Dread. Some people hate that game.
I think I played that. I played that last year for like the third time.
Oh really? Yeah. I think I played it only maybe 1.5 times. Like I went back to it and revisited it at one point, and then I stopped and bounced off. But I've always been.
I've played 3.5 in that case. Yeah.
In the back of my head, I have.
It's really good.
I've considered revisiting it time and time again. Yeah, I have it on my list.
Extremely good.
My top 25 of the decade. I think I made this around December.
This exists?
What?
You have a top 25? I've
been working. Yeah, but
of the decade. So is that 2015 through 2025 or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it would be. Yeah.
All right.
I was inspired by Giant Bomb to do something of my own, because I like to listen to those guys a lot. They're a bunch of old, veteran gamers.
Giant Bomb. Is that like on YouTube or is that a podcast?
Yeah, they're podcasters and content creators who.
Okay.
Giant Bomb has passed through hands many times. Different people and different casts and people, and a lot of people were like, Giant Bomb just never is the same. But I'm kind of into it because these guys they're dudes who are aged, but play a lot of video games. They're very passionate about it, and one of them is a very good insider about, he has a lot of good resources and insider information. Jeff Grubb, he's very trustworthy for the most part. He doesn't spew a bunch of nonsense and tell you things that are not true. He doesn't put a lot of. He has reliable resources. Put it that way. But anyways, they went independent recently. They bought Jeff Grubb and the remaining members bought Giant Bomb, and now they are fully independent, which is great. I love that for them. They are no longer owned by like some corporation.
Good. Yeah. Terrific.
And they make podcasts. They do podcasts. Yeah, they do a bunch of podcasts. They do video, YouTube.
I will follow them on my podcatcher of choice, which is Apple
they
Podcasts.
have. I think they do podcasts on all different platforms, but a lot. They do have a lot of captured video game content. They do quick looks. They do reviews. They do Blight Club, which is when they make each other play a shitty game. You have to finish it.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they go through like the worst games of all time, and then that person who's playing it actually has to dress up as that character.
You know what sucks? You want to know what you're going to be surprised when I say is one of the worst. If I had to make someone play a game to make them not enjoy it, you're going to gasp.
Do something I like.
It might very well be. It's certainly.
I like a lot of bad shit though. I've talked about a friend with this recently. So
this is a game that is considered a masterpiece.
Ooh,
I hate this game so much that I would force my enemies to play it. It is Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh. So you know what?
That game could eat shit.
That's pain. That game is fucking pain.
Terrible. Like a struggle. Like it feels like a struggle against the hardware. People love Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Wow. Some people do. I mean, I've been yelled at. I've been corrected and lectured for having this opinion.
Wow.
Here on Twitch.tv.
I know a lot of people who would say, "Hey, man, Super Ghouls and Ghosts is a classic."
Right. Okay. Yes. That for sure. Yes. Maybe I overspoke.
What a fucking hellish game. Even Ghosts and Goblins, man. I remember trying to play that shit That's
On
some
the
of,
NES?
some of my early days on NES, my early
Hard.
days of gaming, and
Hard, but
that
like
game, yeah,
but like fine for an NES game, Ghosts and Goblins.
just so hard.
Yeah.
Like and Super Ghouls and Ghosts or Super Super Ghouls and Ghosts, yeah.
It's Super Ghouls and
Not,
Ghosts, yeah.
you know what I've been interested in though? I have been interested in the remaster make thing that they did maybe 10 years ago now of that.
Huh.
There was and it was supposed to be what's it called? Remastered, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. It is a remake of Ghosts and Goblins. So it's you know, you can get it on Steam, and it's like actually it was 2021, so it was not that long ago. And I've had it on my wish list for many years. It's actually $2.99 right now.
Shit. So is it mostly a remake of the NES game?
It is a remake of the NES game with remixed things. It has 2-player co-op apparently.
I gotta stop. I like even. It's insane that when something is like, what'd you say, $3.99? Yeah, I am seriously like, I got like even that price. I just can't. I just have to stop buying everything that's $3.
I am. That is the side of me that you talked about before that you really appreciate. That is the problematic side because I am one of the greatest salesmen when it comes to.
I seriously am like so like on a wire for paying bills.
I wish
right
that
now.
people would hire me because I could sell their games.
I would maybe we'll start a podcast called "Hire Us to Hype Up Your Bad Games."
That's why I'm hype man, you know, because
hire us to hype your game.
Bad game. Oh,
maybe we'll do this.
I wonder if I could talk about bad games that have already come out that I play tested, because I do a lot of that when I can too. I try as hard as I can to get into every type of play test and early hands-on.
I should be doing that too.
Shit. Some of them are paid. I could put you on to the
there's 1,000 things I should be putting more effort into. But I'm interested, Budu.
They pay. They pay for thoughts. They pay for short surveys. You know, you take 10, 15 minutes to do surveys on certain things if you qualify. If they think you're qualified to talk about the thing, they will. Sure. You know, but then there are play test things such as the XCOM thing I did recently.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. And
you're not sure at what point you're allowed to talk about it.
I would say as long as I guess if I don't name the place. Sure. I'm okay. It's probably safe. I played a lot. I played a lot of a game that I absolutely love, and I want to play more of it now, just because of that play test period, which is XCOM 2. And I think they were they wanted to talk to long time XCOM fans to find out.
Oh, okay.
What do they love about? I got to actually play the most recent update to it, which is like they basically they made this DLC called The War of the Chosen. This was I think this came out in 2018, and I never actually played it. I never actually just went through and bought it and played it because it was like a $40 expansion add-on. But it basically makes the entire. It's almost like I don't want to say remade the entire game, but it's like a fresh experience on the original campaign with a bunch of other shit, new enemies, new weapon types, new they just put a whole bunch of new shit, new storyline elements, new class, new characters. So it's like you play the game from the beginning and the new content starts from there. But you are playing
that game has been out for a while too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure has.
More than 10 years?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, at least 10 years, yeah.
Okay,
2018, 2016, maybe 20.
Coming up on 10.
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
10, yeah, coming up on 10.
All right.
So I got basically
cool
in short,
to do a big update 10 years
2016.
Later.
February.
Yeah, man.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, okay, February 5th. Yeah, just the other day.
The other day.
Yeah, February 5th of 2016. So 10 years.
Holy shit, it's XCOM 2's birthday.
Yeah, it was XCOM 2's birthday. And I think the War of the Chosen add-on was put out in 2018. So
Oh,
they
okay.
wanted people to play the most recent version of the game and give their feedback on everything that makes XCOM and what you love, what you hate, what you would love to see better. Would you like a new XCOM? How like it?
Ah,
Yeah. So maybe they are fishing to what would a next gen XCOM look like to you? You know?
oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Market
So I have
research.
a
Okay.
strange suspicion here. They are fishing the veterans to find out what they would like to see in a game. Like what other tactical turn-based strategy games do you enjoy, and what do they do well that XCOM doesn't? And but I'll like cap it at that. But that's it was a very fun thing to do, and to get paid to play a game, and
Yeah,
free
man.
copy of the game, on Steam.
I do so many,
To
like, yeah, I've got 1,000 little stupid things I'm doing to get paid.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean that's my
I got all
side
these.
hustle.
So this should be one of those stupid things.
But
Yeah,
bro, I will do it for free. I
I
will do.
got
I will and have done it for free. A lot
I
of
got a
these.
lot of stuff I need to put more energy into.
As soon as I see if they show a trailer for something, they're like, join the play test, for this
Sure, right?
now,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
get into the beta, sign up for the beta now. I'm in. You got me. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try it. I'll fucking in.
I'm always like, you know what? I'm gonna play it when you're done.
Are you gonna play when I'm done with it?
No, like when they're done. Like when
Oh, when the game's done.
yeah.
I like to
I
help
never
shape the
go in for the
games.
play test. Like,
I like to be somebody who's, if I'm gonna play the game, especially if I'm interested,
yeah.
I want you to hear me if you can.
Oh, sure.
If
Okay,
I
that
get a
makes sense.
chance to
Yeah,
be
okay.
heard to shape the
Yeah.
game, I
Okay.
love that shit. I love giving feedback on how the games are designed and what they're doing right and wrong, and that's usually what they're looking for. It's not. Sometimes it's a sample. Those are like demos though. Demos are usually like good for like, hey, we want to give you guys a chance to play the game and see if you want to buy it. Whereas betas and testing and shit, they're looking. They usually are doing surveys post. These things. They're asking you what you like, what you hated, and stuff. So like for Marvel Tokon, recently,
Yeah.
Tokon Fighting Souls, I did one, and shared a lot of feedback, and it looks like some of that stuff that I mentioned was shown in the new trailer on at the State of Play the other day, that people recognized, said, "Oh shit, they changed things." And some of those things were mechanics that me and other people, several other people, about assist types and stuff like that.
Yeah, this
You
is a
could see
fighting
it in the
game
trailer.
this is a fighting game.
This is a fighting game, and I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait, man.
How
August is going to be a great month.
in what type of DNA do you imagine it shares with Marvel versus Capcom?
I think what's really important to think about what's really important to keep in mind about this game is that I think a lot of people want this game to be a Marvel vs. Capcom. But
Okay.
it
All
is
right.
probably, if I could give a percentage, this is maybe this is like 50%, maybe 30% Marvel vs. Capcom. Okay, this is really like only the bits and pieces that really make a tag fighter at its core exist.
Okay.
But it is so much more than that, and it's something new. But it is familiar. It is familiar in the sense that yes, this is a tag fighter a la Marvel vs. Capcom. But in this game, you have 4 people on your team, so this is a 4v4. However, you kind of have a leader, and you are not
Okay.
trying to kill necessarily every single. You almost have like one health bar for everybody, whereas in MVC you have multiple health bars, for each
Right.
character.
And you
So
tag and some heal and yeah.
so you are looking at it's a different landscape, and the flow of the game is much less of that of like the insane hyper speed, out of control blurring of the screen shit that MVC is. Don't get me wrong, I love MVC. It's one of my favorite fighters of all time, but it's just nice that they are not trying to make another MVC. They are trying to make something that is a tag fighter, a tag team, or a team
Yeah.
fighter that is something fresh
Good.
with with a lot of familiarity to it.
Okay,
And that
yeah.
might be just a Marvel IP, you know, in some ways, but like, and the assists and shit. And, you know,
It's like the first question that comes to mind. It's like you gotta
yeah.
ask. It's like there's a
Oh
Marvel
no, I get
fighting
it.
game. You need, yeah. It's like
It's, I think the game's seen a lot of criticism because a lot of people want it to be
sure.
MVC, and
Okay.
that pisses me off a bit because it's like, don't hate on this game because it's not MVC. If you're gonna hate on it, then explain why, and don't use MVC as a template for this game. You know, they are trying to do something new. You know, so it's like Capcom had their chance, I think, to try to get another MVC out, and they lost. They lost, you know, that opportunity, and now
Yeah.
Arxis is doing something, and this game is fantastic.
What
I
the hell
cannot
was
wait.
that Infinity thing? Was that what it was called? Infinity?
What, the third one they did?
Well, it was. It was it. It was Marvel versus Capcom. Not. No, not Marvel versus Capcom 3. It was the fourth one. Marvel versus Capcom. Maybe Infinity. It
The
doesn't
last one
matter.
the last one Capcom did. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it was like a oh
It had like all of the
yes.
MCU characters. It had like no X-Men. It had the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes,
It
it
wasn't
was
Ultimate. Yeah, it was not Ultimate.
Infinite. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Marvel
MVC
versus
Infinite.
Capcom Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I think it
Capcom.
was not
Yeah,
I don't think it was well received.
it wasn't. It wasn't very good. Sadly. Yeah, yeah. It was okay. It was okay. You know, they just didn't. I think that's where it lost its momentum, and like, people stopped being interested in it.
Yeah.
They were just like, Capcom can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
They're struggling to make
It
these games
was,
the way
and
they
you know what
used
that
to.
was, and that was just kind of, I guess that wasn't really, in a lot of ways, it was this kind of just same old thing,
People didn't like the art style of that
except not
one.
the way people wanted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people didn't like a lot of the mechanics that were in it. They didn't like the characters.
They
They
did
weren't
not
happy
like
with the
that.
roster.
That's what I heard the most about
Yeah,
was the
the
characters. Yeah.
roster was very, very controversial. Um, they just took all of the good things out. You know, they
Sometimes
just
that's,
it was
yeah,
just kind of
sometimes they
like
do
a
that shit.
corpse of Marvel
Yeah.
versus Capcom being propped up by MCU.
Maybe we can make a
And
list of such games
yeah.
that were like a corpse. Metal Gear Survive. Do you want,
Oh,
do you want me to
man.
mail you my copy of Metal Gear Survive?
Oh, I will totally fucking play it
Dude,
if you do that.
DM me your mailing address and I will mail it to you and some other
Do we
things.
do you want to talk about Metal Gear things real quick? Because I'm very excited
Well,
about a lot of Metal
I
Gear
think I
things.
know what you're excited about, and I'll cross it off the list right now. Let's talk about Metal Gear things.
Can we move into Metal Gear things real
Yeah,
quick? Because
what's
yeah, I
happening?
mean,
What is the Metal Gear news? Big Metal Gear news just this week.
big fucking Metal Gear
Big
news,
Metal Gear
everybody.
news.
And if there's anybody who will share this, I'd be happy to. Boy, oh boy, is it me, because I have been screaming for the rooftops for a fucking decade to be able to find a way to play Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. And boy, oh boy, did we get some great news last week in that the Master Collection 2 is coming, and we are getting Metal Gear Solid 4 free from PS3 jail. God damn it, it feels good. And I'm so excited. It is. I don't even give a fuck about Peace Walker in the goddamn package. I don't even care. You could have just sold me Metal Gear Solid 4 by itself,
Is it
but
those
I'll
two
buy it.
games?
It is. It is. Yeah, it is those two games. And Ghost Babel as well,
Oh,
which is the
oh, is
Game
that
Boy
the?
Color game.
Oh,
Yes, a
weird.
very rare.
Okay, neat. Okay,
Little fucking present there. I like
yeah, all
that. I
right.
like that.
Okay, okay. Ghost
That made me
Babel. Okay,
Ghost Metal Gear
sure.
Solid Ghost Battle
Why the
is it
fuck
will.
not?
Mm-hmm. And that has just got me so gassed up, man, because I've been asking for this for so long. That is, you know, as I think about it more and more, and maybe it's just because it's my desire to want to play that game, but I love it so much, and I haven't got to play it nearly as much as some of the other ones, or maybe by not by choice, but just I haven't played it as much as like 5 per se, and I have 5. I considered installing it the other day, but I did go ahead and reinstall Metal Gear Solid Delta the Snake Eater remake.
Oh.
And I played that shit for about 6 hours last night. And man, I love that game. It is so. This remake is so great too. By the way, I was gonna move. I just my Metal Gear boner rising.
Oh, that's interesting. That is that relates to something we may or may not talk about.
Yeah, and that is all because of my excitement for this Master Collection, Volume 2.
Metal Gear boner rising.
Yeah, I know. So you see what I did there. Some people might get that one.
I quite clearly saw exactly what you did.
Yeah. It is rising because August, at the end of August, that is when the Master Collection drops, or Volume 2 drops. Peace Walker is still a great game. Haven't played much of that one, but I did enjoy it. I am interested in playing that game with the co-op or the aspect.
Oh, no. It's on sale for 46% off right now. Fuck you.
The Volume 1 is, yeah.
No, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater
Delta. That was part of the announcement. It was a big, a nice little Konami block.
Offer ends February 23rd. Oh boy, maybe I can swing it.
I got somebody. I've gotten several.
That's
people
a good deal. Shit ass. You are
in the past day or two.
I'm very happy to have this PC and be able to buy video games again.
I almost told you last night.
I'm never gonna have money
it,
in my life again.
Because I bought it when it came out, so I paid full price for it. I paid $70 for it on PS5 because I'm just a homer.
You are very wealthy and able to afford this expensive hobby that I have so many fucking expensive. My entire life has just been expensive hobbies. I don't know what the fuck my problem is.
I have one really. This is it. This is my only hobby really at this point. I have canceled all other hobbies just to continue to be able to game. I have some, but I splurge on them here and there. Maybe a Lego here and there.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
A toy here and there.
Right on, man.
Maybe some music things here and there, but I really just spend all my money on gaming because it's like my lifeblood, my fuel. And I also am fortunate enough to have another friend who is as enthusiastic about gaming as I am, and so we do a lot of splitting it because we do account shares.
Oh yeah, man. Man. That's the way to do that. Yeah.
So like for PlayStation, for instance, we account share. Like he gives me his login. I set my PlayStation. I don't know if anybody out there doesn't know about this stuff. It's really great if you have a friend who you trust and you have a great bond and you want to do that kind of thing. I mean, I know some people are uncomfortable with it, but you can make somebody else's console your home console, and then they sign in online. The only drawback to that is if their internet is out, they're not going to be able to access their games. But we basically did that vice versa. He had my Xbox, I had my Xbox, so I would buy stuff on Xbox and he would buy stuff on PlayStation. But then we just split halfsies. I'd then bill him the $30 for this game. So it makes it a lot easier for us to buy games at $70 when they come out because we're only really paying $35.
Yeah, man.
It incentivizes us to be able to do that, which is nice, and we both get to play the games. We don't have to worry about there's no you can't play this game because somebody else is at the same time. Like, we both can play the game. We both can also play the game if it's co-op at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's benefits out there. You should look into it if you're looking to save money and you have a friend who's just as enthusiastic about gaming as you are. Looking into account sharing or swapping home console as it is will allow you guys to just split the cost of games, and both of you get to reap the benefits. Very nice, especially with games being so fucking expensive now and continuing to possibly go up.
Steam family sharing also.
Yeah, Steam family sharing. Steam family sharing is very nice. It's easy to use. It's gotten better over the years. The only drawback is that one does certain games you can't play if another person is currently playing it.
Right.
Like if your buddy's playing it, you can't go on and play it. You have to wait. Which is not a bad thing because there's so many other games to play. There's so many fucking other games anyway. It's just, I think for us it works out great in the console space where it doesn't do that because we can buy the co-op games and play them together cooperatively.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's not always the case if you're doing it through Steam and
Yeah.
And other
so
things.
I mean, and and I'm just so happy to have Metal Gear Solid 4 be readily available and I'm sure it'll see some improvements. They actually just did an improvement to the Volume 1 Master Collection.
Yeah, are they
They've
calling this a
upgraded.
remaster of 4 or anything like that, or is it just here's 4? Here's
It
the
is going to
collection.
be it will be upscaled and properly
Okay,
scale like resolution
good.
enhanced. Hopefully they will do what they just did to Volume 1. It took them a while to do that, unfortunately. I don't know what was the holdup, but like they now just added like a upgraded visuals, higher resolution stuff to the Volume 1 games, which is interesting because I would love to see how MGS 1 and 2 look
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
on them.
I
Because
would
we've
like to.
never gotten
Yeah,
anything.
interesting. Boy, I
Yeah.
bet it would make me dizzy for some reason. I'm sure it would like
I don't
knock my
know.
socks off.
I don't think
Man,
it's
I'm
not
really curious as to what that will look like. Yeah.
we're not talking like crazy. I mean, I don't know if you're just saying dizzy in like a is that like a, or are you saying it as a figure of
Well,
speech or
I
like
mean, sort
physically?
of, but I mean, there is when I look at like, and
Well, I
I'm
want you
really
to
kind
know
of
it's not like
specifically talking about like the PlayStation 1. When I look at PlayStation 1 graphics that are like on a PC or something, like say they're being emulated and they're like really polished and the you know the print on the like the image map on the model is really high resolution on the old PlayStation models. Like sometimes that like there's a kind of like cross chatter that happens when I look at that. Like
okay.
Final Fantasy VII, when they upgraded, when they polished Final Fantasy VII, the way that the maps looked and the characters on the maps made me dizzy in a
Oh,
weird
okay. I
way.
think I know. Yeah. It might just be some of the rendering or the new
Yeah,
renderings or something like that. Like
some of
I
the
heard, I
yeah
think Final Fantasy VII just had another update of some sort to it too. The original, like the standard OG PS1 like port. I saw something floating around about that recently. I don't know if that was, I don't know, resolution based. There was an update to it or something,
yeah.
but
Maybe they made it better from whatever made me dizzy.
it might be the ratio. Yeah, it might be
Yeah,
the ratio, the aspect ratio times some of the new, some of the scaling models they use, the scaling stuff that they use to visually upscale the current, because this is essentially what they're doing with Master Collection Volume 1 is that it's not a remaster. It is just kind of
yeah,
like an upgrade for modern
yeah.
screens so that you're getting a
Oh,
better,
cool.
yeah, it doesn't fucking rip the game apart when it tries to go onto a big screen and it doesn't rip apart the visuals, it's like it's these are mild upgrades. They're not remaster upgrades. Where and then there's things like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
remakes where Delta is like a full blown fucking remake of the
yeah, yeah,
game,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
good. But that is like highly polished, like really good. These, so yeah, I'm curious. I think it said in the trailer for Volume 2 with MGS4 that it was going to be, HD upscaled to a degree. Like it wasn't going to be
Did
completely
it
like remastered. It was just going to have like
Did it do
yeah.
anything? Was there any? Did it do anything that only a PS3 could do? Did it have any weird PS3 gimmicks, or was it just trapped on that hardware? Like, is there anything gameplay wise that they're gonna have to change, or like even in the menu about because it was on PS3? It didn't have any. There wasn't PS3 gimmicks really, or were there? Is there something I'm
Um,
not thinking? This is a very broad question? I know.
no, yeah, this is a good question. There aren't any gimmicks the PS3 really had for MGS4. There wasn't really anything there. It was more of the in-game content that when Snake is controlling the drone in it, he's using a PS3 controller. So there are references to PS3 hardware and things in it that people are
Otacon says,
suspicious.
"Oh, we're on PS3 now."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
think?
yeah.
Do you
So
think he's going to say that?
I'm wondering if they have. Yeah, I'm very curious. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to handle that. That's basically the one thing that people have brought up as this master collection Volume 2 is heading towards us, is that, yeah, are they going to still have the PS3 referencing stuff that was put in there, like the controller, like I said, and stuff like that. The thing in that game was the gimmick was like really just the octo camo system and stuff. It really wasn't anything controller based or anything like that. It was just the octo camo was part of the gameplay, but yeah, no, it's Solid Eye. And the Metal Gear Mark II was the remote controlled robot.
Yep.
And that, like I said, use the
Yeah.
PS3 controller. So I wonder what they're going to do, if they're going to keep that in there for like Xbox versions or not. I'm very curious. But yeah, that's pretty much it with that. I mean, yeah, I mean, like it's going to be great. I love that game so fucking much, and like I said, I'm like almost at a point where I'm like, 3 was my all time favorite, but 4 is so much like actually maybe my all time favorite, because what's interesting about 4 is how relevant that game is right now,
Yeah.
about of its subject
Okay.
matter and what
Yeah.
happens in it, the story about the conversations about false truths, the internet
Okay.
becoming what all of the predictions that he made of are what we see now, of tribalism, of the AI structuring, how things are becoming slop, and how everything's becoming. Dude, these are all things that are referenced in that game. These why this game is so dear to my fucking heart, is because I have watched us, grow into what he has called that game, and then to have him do something like Death Stranding after that too, or later in years, and basically Babe Ruth the fucking pandemic type shit in our reality. I mean, but like MGS4 really fucking digs its heels into the future of corporations investing into AI, and
Investing into soldiers.
and just soldiers and PMCs and AI and
Yeah.
controlled, and like manipulation, and the internet
Endless
being
proxy
controlled,
wars.
and proxy wars. Yeah, and like we are heading right into that shit right now. I mean, we are especially, I'm just saying, like the public aspect of the internet being controlled, and like you said, like I said, groups who are gathering on there to try to convince you to be a part of their tribalism, and false truths, and it's just like it's insane. And that was in like what, 2016 or something. I don't, not 20,
Oh,
2006,
phew.
2006, I'm sorry. 20 yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like, I'm crossing that with the Mario Odyssey rant before. No, yeah, MGS 4 was what had to be like 2008. So we are coming upon, 12 18-year anniversary of that game. Um and it's just the amount of shit that is the dialogue, the discussions between old Snake, and the Colonel, and Major Tom, and all these people who are discussing the
Raiden's there.
and Raiden and the future. Yeah, what happened and where we're at, and it's just like, here we are 18 years later, and like a lot of that, the presidential aspects, the politics, the way that those are manipulated and used, and to convince people to think certain ways, to believe certain things, to it's just like, it's insane how much of it is what we are actually living damn near 20 years later. And that game was in the future, in its timeline, but it's so relevant. I think people are going to be blown the fuck away
When
when
they
they
play
play
it
this
again this
game,
year.
because not enough people have had a chance to play that game. And that is also the sad part, is that because it's been in PS3 jail for so long. And I
PS3
think,
jail.
yeah, and that has a lot to do with the processor and the emulation of that game, and what it was,
Yeah.
the platform that it was
It's
designed on, with
always
the
been a
cell
problem.
processor.
Yeah.
Yeah, very problematic development kit. And it's just, wow, man. They figured out a way to finally fucking do it, and they're finally giving it to us, and I couldn't be fucking happier, dude. Because I think after I play that game a few times again, I'm gonna probably say that's my favorite Metal Gear. I feel like I'm. It is so crazy,
That would be a
but like,
fine argument to make. I know 3 is really,
dude,
a
3 is
home
my
run,
baby
but
too.
like
Yeah, but nah, man. I think 4
it's got a
4 is
lot
just
going on. It's got a lot going on.
It does. Whereas 3 is very well shaped, and I mean it has a lot going on too. But like 3 is such a great game in its entirety of what it is and what it does. Every single moment to moment is just beautiful and engaging and intriguing and fucking yeah.
These are very important games to play as well, really. And seriously, I mean, 3 obvious. I mean, I almost
3 is the
do I
favorite,
need to say
you know?
like do I need to say 2 is kind of clunky at all? Do I need to say that?
I really want. I need to like.
It's almost
Yeah,
not quite in the modern era. Metal Gear Solid 2,
yeah. No, I agree with you on that. 2
but
is
4 is like
messy.
almost 4 is a sequel to 2. Like 2 and
It
4
sure is.
are in. If you want to hear about the AI stuff, and I mean, you could probably watch a video about 2 and then play
4
4.
is
But I
the
mean,
end of it all. It is the ending of the entire thing. It is
well,
the just explosive, devastating, heart-wrenching end in reality to Solid Snake's legacy. And it's beautiful and also depressing as fuck. And but it's real. It's real. It hits so hard. I love it. I love the ending of that game. I remember feeling destroyed at some of these parts of this the ending of that game. Some of the segments that you have to go through. It's also wild batshit over the top, but it has to be. It's the grand finale, of the Metal Gear timeline. And boy, does that game go out with a fucking bang. Some of the stuff that you see, I feel like DS2 has some MGS4 DNA in it with some of its. He's calling back to his moments of his height, the heights and his moments of MGS4 and some of the moments of DS2 that are very good, that are wild and batshit, but like
gonna be playing
nothing
DS2 in
quite.
a couple of weeks, bro.
Yes, you are. Yes, you fucking are. I can't wait. I'm
Fuck.
so happy for you, dude. I'm
Fuck.
so fucking happy for you. That was along with
I
that
don't
announcement
want
too.
to.
Oh man, you are gonna love it. It
I'm
is gonna
like
be so
scared to.
great. You're gonna be balls fucking deep, dude. It is great. It is great. I mean, I still think 1 is better. We'll get to that at some point. We will definitely discuss our feelings between the two, but I think you will also feel similarly about that, like how I do, about how that 1 still has its importance, its place,
Yeah.
its time, and
Yeah. It's
2 is
old
just
as shit. So is
yeah.
2 is almost older because 2 was trying to do new things, whereas 1 was very comfortable being old. 2 is
Wait, what? Yeah.
does this make
With
sense?
DS2? Yeah.
Sorry.
We were
I
talking about
was talking
DS2,
about Metal
right?
Gear Solid
Are you
1
talking? I
and
was
2.
going to ask. I was going to say, wait, are we going back to Metal Gear talk
I
here?
was talking about
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 on the
Oh,
PlayStation 1 and
okay.
2. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just kind of mentioning how DS2 has moments that are reminiscent of what MGS4 did. Where
Okay,
just the crazy
cool.
batshit
Yeah.
stuff that Kojima does, and it kind of feels like he's reliving some glory days of what he did in MGS4, where you know
An
and then when
insane
I was
like action movie conspiracy nonsense over the
yeah.
top drama character. Yeah.
Yes, yep. And you were mentioning, hey, you're getting to play DS2 soon. You're going to get to
Can't
play
wait.
DS2 soon.
Can't
And that's what I
fucking
was saying.
wait.
I can't fucking wait for you to play it,
Okay.
and how that I think you're
I
going to
was
feel
still in Metal Gear
similarly.
Solid mode and you were saying 1 and
Yeah. I think
2.
you're going to feel similarly about DS1 and
Yeah.
2 as I do.
Awesome.
You're going to think about, you're going to see, I think you're going to feel the same way. Whereas DS2 is a better game in that it is a better constructed. He has mastered it. It's like how he went from you know MGS4 to 5 and 5, or Peace Walker to 5, or whatever you want to
Yeah,
say,
sure.
and he just perfected all the systems and all the
Yeah.
menuing
No,
and
and yeah. And
And
then
then DS1 was even
DS1 is it. It makes
DS1 is
you're finally controlling a man like a man with this
I
fucking
guess that's the
controller
better
somehow.
comparison. Yeah, MGS 5 to DS1 is him
Yeah.
mastering those, but then he really sharpens the blade and really gives you all the streamline and quality of life elements and a little bit more
I'm going to be
action.
one with this man. I can just fucking tell.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, dude. But I still think you're gonna find that DS1's impact and story and emotional elements overall are the stronger of the two. The narrative elements and the timeline, and it's you know what I mean. It's not gonna hit. You're gonna enjoy the game in two, but I don't think you're gonna like the elements that you and I connect with it on a deep level.
Yeah.
And it's that DS1 just still possesses something very special. It was a very unique thing in a very unique time.
Yeah.
And DS2 is doing it again, and it's doing it at a higher level, but it's still not the first. It's like, okay, we've been here before. We're revisiting familiar territory, but it is sharpened and great. It's great. It's just, I think DS1 is a 10 out of 10, and DS2 is like a strong, a 9 out of 10, and maybe a 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Fucking sounds good to me.
Yeah, you're still getting an incredible game. I'm just saying the impactfulness doesn't quite land the same as DS1 did, but you're gonna leave playing DS2 like, God damn, that was fucking great, man. And you're not gonna want to put it down. You're not gonna want to put it down. So, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid. I actually just installed yesterday too, because like I was saying, my Metal Gear boner rising because of the announcement of
Metal Gear Solid
Master
4.
Collection.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid 4
Classic
Master Collection
2.
Volume 2 got me hankering to play some Metal Gear, and I was like, I've had Delta since launch in like September, and I only had started and played up until probably just after the pain. Sorry if we were spoiling here, but this is an old game, so I don't give a fuck.
That's
no, I mean, I guess it's not spoilers, but like, yeah, you probably know where I'm talking about, where like you fight the pain. And I think my first file in my playthrough, I stopped after that, and then I just bounced
is that
off.
the bees or is that fake your own death? It's the bees. Okay, yeah,
that's the bees. Yeah, that's that.
Remember the fucking bees. That's for sure.
So fake your own death comes up next, which is the sorrow, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the old guy.
And then the end. Yep. And so I just ran through the area last night. I made it back, all the way back. I started a fresh file last night on Delta Snake Eater, and made it and just played it for like 6-7 hours last night, just dicking around doing whatever. But I mean, you could speed run and get there much faster. But I was kind of just like dicking around in between, doing this, eating, watching something, while I'm just kind of hanging out, getting familiar with the new control scheme again, getting reacquainted with it, and just kind of trying to find everything and just take my time. I'm not trying to speed run. I'm just trying to embrace this beautiful, it's just a love letter to the game, to one of the greatest games ever made, which is Snake Eater. And I think I'm appreciating it more now than I did in September, where I was kind of like, I almost forced myself to get it and play it because of how much I'm a Metal Gear fan. I felt like I'm obliged to do that. I have to.
Yeah.
You know? I'm obligated.
I feel that a tiny bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind talking about this because no matter how much I'm a fan, sometimes you just feel like I'm obligated. I mean, I'm very excited for that remake. Don't get me wrong. But I think I was just kind of like, wasn't in the mood for it, but I'm like, I'm gonna fucking get it and play it.
Yep.
And then, other new games had come along. I don't know what they were at that time, but it was something, and I was probably invested in those things, and I was playing those things, and I was kind of just like, those are my priority. I think Arc Raiders had come around that time too. It was like a month later, and I was really into Arc Raiders when that came out. So trying to get back into that a little bit. But so yeah, last night after the announcement, I got really excited. I'm like, I gotta play fucking Delta. I've been meaning to do this. It's been in the back of my head. It's been in my backlog. I'm gonna do it. Installed it, fired up last night, made it past the pain, made it to the area where the end
Good job.
is, but you don't fight him yet.
Oh yeah,
It's like
last
the
time I
area.
played that game, I capped him early.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You can fucking do that. You can get him while he's
He's
hanging
like
out somewhere in
walking
that
by. Yeah,
zone.
there's somewhere where he like walks by for a second. I fucking popped
Yes,
him.
you can ease you can you can kill him before you actually encounter him. So many fucking fun secrets in that game. And they added so much. But again, dude, just a beautiful, absolute just using the dual sense and
Yeah,
feeling the heavy man controls, but yet
the heavy
now
tank man control.
but what's beautiful about it is that this remake it lets you you can go into the legacy style if you want, or you can play the all new
Yeah,
remade, redone, like the
modern
remake,
ass.
yeah, with the modern controls and camera and button arrangements. And it's still crazy because my mind is still so Metal Gear engraved into the button layout of the classic that I still make the mistakes of pressing certain buttons that I'm not supposed to and thinking I'm supposed to do that. Whereas now it's different,
Yeah, yeah,
using the
yeah.
D-pad.
It
You're not
was there
holding
was
L1
some
or
weird shit
R1.
as I recall. There was some Metal Gear Solid 3 did some weird things. I don't know.
Well,
You
holding like
hold
L1
X
and
to
R1,
did you hold square
I'll hold
to
it,
aim and then like let go of
yeah, and shoot.
square?
Yeah,
That was
yes.
weird. It was a lot of
Holding
it was
R,
weird.
yeah. So they have fixed all of that for the
Good.
new one, or you can
Or you
play it
can
that
just
way
play
if
it
you
like
want to,
that?
or you can play it like that.
Yeah, why
But
not? Good.
I want to play it the
I
way
should
that
probably play Skyward Sword also. Just
yeah.
because that's
Well,
related
yeah.
to what we're
Oh
saying.
man, Skyward Sword. Yeah, yeah.
That you can play it the
And
old way that people hated, or you can play it the new way they decide. Yeah.
and the new way, even though it's weird that I remember how to play it the old way and that's how I want to play it. I
Yeah.
I think the new way is better. I'm just still adjusting to it because I am so,
Yeah.
playing that game for 20 years in one way
Yeah, man.
is very hard to reprogram yourself when you a game that you love that much that every single button. It's like you just feel it, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm doing this again. So
A
even all of its
familiar
weird design.
feeling you're describing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you don't have to you use circle to crouch. You don't have to like double tap it in a weird way to do it. You can just hold it and he calls down and lays down and goes prone. It's
Good.
also smooth. Yeah, dude, it's really fucking good. And I really feel like
It's on my list of things to do.
I needed
I should
this
really
right
actually
now.
make this list.
I needed it, And you know what else I did? I was then inspired to grab my copy of Metal Gear Solid HD collection off my shelf.
Oh
My
yeah.
360, the HD collection, right? That's 2 and 3 and
Yeah.
Peace Walker,
And Peace Walker. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that I can play 2 again because I'm interested in playing 2 again. So I've installed that on my Xbox Series X,
Yo.
and I'm about to play
Yes.
2. So.
Good. Yeah. Dude.
And it's funny because you mentioned things about 2
Yeah.
earlier that I was like, I need to know again about this. I need to know, but I also need to get myself prepared to play 4. And I want to play this
Good
before
idea.
August.
4 is
Yeah.
a sequel to 2. Like,
Yeah. It's brilliant.
for sure.
It's so, and I feel like the mood is right.
It's
to
very
get into
return to
some,
form, kind of like yeah.
I feel like the mood is appropriate. Our current state of reality is begging.
That's a good way to put it.
Is begging for a
It's
playthrough
begging
of MGS2.
people to play Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. I think
it sure
is what the world is, and maybe even Elden Ring, and maybe all the other games that we will
need
get
more
to.
of it. We need more people playing more Metal Gear.
We need
Death
people
Stranding.
playing Death Stranding.
I think we do. Yeah, I think we definitely need more Death Stranding happening. And if you are so inclined, if you were so inclined to please, get into, and that's why I'm happy about, like I said, about the Master Collection Volume 2 coming to the picture, because I remember seeing the reactions for people who, there's a generation of people who just didn't get to play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and I mean 3 for a while if you didn't have the right platforms to do it, or you didn't have a master collection. And even now, I mean, not a master collection, an HD collection. And that HD collection is Xbox 360. So we're
Yeah.
talking generations behind now. You know, I'm
Yeah.
lucky to still have a copy of that. I mean, I won't let that go. That's one game I will never get rid of, you know, is any ways to have access to Metal Gear games. But it's been a long time, and a lot of people don't, you know, a lot of younger people who they just don't understand the volume, the Master Collection Volume 1 gave people that chance to experience those games, and it was so cool to see people who have never played those games react to them in, you know, a couple of years ago.
Awesome.
And people have, you know, insanely crazy, like, I can't believe these games, like what these things do, you know, you know, it's like his stamp on history with these games. It's really important to me that people play them and that they become more accessible. And
yeah,
you know, that they're not a niche as much as they, yeah. And Death Stranding, Death Stranding deserves so many flowers, man, and more people need to. Death Stranding has definitely encouraged people to go back.
People should just people should just play. People should just experience Kojima's work, and you should follow him on Instagram.
He's a great follow. I think we talked about this before.
No, we absolutely did. We're constantly, I mean,
we stroke. We glaze.
Like,
we're glazing, but it's fine.
But seriously, I am talking about games that I think are important to play, and we haven't really defined important in what way. But I think people should really experience Metal Gear Solid games and also Death Stranding. Because because it's Metal Gear Solid 6.
His games are important in a special way.
In a very specific way, yeah.
Yes, yep.
I'm trying to, and that's really what I'm working on. Like, by the end of this season, I might have a thesis, but...
I think that's really good. I was just going to say, and you know what? It's not easy to convince everybody to play it because not everybody plays games, because not everybody is going to look for what we look for in the video games that he does.
Right.
They're going to be looking for different things. But there are ways to convince people to try something that they never experienced before, and you never know what could happen when you do that. And there are many people out there who had – I mean, Death Stranding 1 is a very good example of that it was, you know, it was widely hated on, and now people – absolutely love it. They think it's fantastic, and that, you know, and people loved 2, you know, that 2 was way better received and stuff like that than 1 was initially. So you never know. People can come around. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Some people play video games for different things. I get it, and his stuff is very specific, but you can get a lot of video game out of him if you give it a chance. You will get video game shit happening. And yeah, that's an interesting thought, to have a thesis about like what you can present to people on how his games are designed and what they do and why you should play them, even if you're not, even if you're gaming for different purposes.
I can't just keep saying this is important. This is important. People should play this. I have to tell people why they should play this.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. Because I think we've done that for a long time, and it's still, you know, some people will take our word for it, but like in terms of a massive,
I tell people all the time to play all of these games. I'm always telling people to play these games, or games in general, and no one ever does.
I hate it. Listen to him, guys. I'm here to support that theory.
No one plays the games I tell them to play.
I mean, I try. If somebody recommends a game to me, I'm so open-minded, dude. I think it's just that I guess I'm the recommender, and and people see me as that.
You are now, earlier. As far as I'm concerned.
Shall I recommend some other games, or do you have another topic you wanted to address? I mean,
well, I'll tell you what.
Do we want to close up, or should I talk about like just some other odds and ends that I've been kind of dabbling with?
This is I'm going to give you a brief overview of what the ending of this episode is going to be like. I'm going to mention something to you quickly that I think is funny.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you
that I've Oh, my bad. Didn't cut you off there.
Oh. Well, I got a question for you. I got something I want to mention, and then I want to ask you what are the odds and ends? What's the rest of the shit that you're playing?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, my thought was there are some things that games that I've finished recently, that I could talk about, but also just this stuff that I've been playing actively that I still like, that are new, that I enjoy, that maybe aren't games that you beat per se. I don't know. There's a lot of things happening. I'm always playing a lot of shit. Let me just put it that way. That's it. Yeah, there's no end to the amount of shit that I could talk about. But yeah, go ahead. Let's proceed with your question and like thoughts. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, my only thought is that there is an addition on this list since the last time that I gave you the brief rundown of like the 6 or 7 games that I think are important. I have put another game on here. Well, Metal Gear Solid 4 is not the end of the timeline.
Not necessarily.
No, it sure as shit isn't. Is Rising considered non-canon?
Okay, that's a good question.
Rising is on my list.
Canon. Rising is definitely canon. I guess it's.
It is the only game.
I think of that game as almost its own thing. Although storyline wise, yes, you are correct. It is not the end.
It is surely its own thing. I mean,
it's
it
the
is
end
surely
of Solid Snakes. I'm talking for as the end of Solid Snakes.
Okay,
saga,
that's fair.
The main line, character, the him and Ocelot's legacy that starts all the way back, from his dad in. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I do. I know. Yeah.
All of the characters in that series come to a close with the exception of Raiden, who is amazing in Metal Gear Solid 4. By the way, just unfucking real. I mean, one of my favorite quotes.
Do you play as him at all?
You do not.
No, but he is there. There are some really good scenes. There's some really good shit with him, yeah.
And I think that was the setup, was that they wanted you to want to play as him.
Yeah.
But they weren't going to give you that chance. And then boy, did they give you the chance. And boy, oh boy, did Platinum Games fucking show up as they do and deliver a fucking character action game like nothing has ever fucking come out before with Rising Revengeance. God damn.
That's the only like hack and slash type of game that is on my list, and I wonder if I should think more about it.
It is what's funny? Right next to me pulling out that copy yesterday of Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, sitting right next to it is a 360 copy of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yeah, there you go.
And
mine's on PS3.
I was like,
good shit.
Maybe I should install this too, and I didn't. But it was yelling at me.
In a lot of ways, it's a lot cheesier. It really is. I mean, it is a very different, and it is its own thing. But there is a real magic to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
I think the Armstrong, Sam Armstrong, yeah,
is that his name? Real funny guy.
Oh man, the patriotism. I love the honoring of the thought of the storyline narrative processes that Hideo.
Yeah,
I feel like they did. I feel like they carried the torch into that game appropriately of its. And yeah, it might be a bit. It is absurd, and some of the stuff that Kojima did in all the games are definitely absurd. I mean, in storylines and stuff like that. But I do think that they try to honor it appropriately and continue that to tell the story of Raiden, after. And boy, man, that is just a fun game to play. It is just.
And
that's honestly,
just fucking fun.
Such a fun game.
Incredible.
I remember that game coming out and being blown the fuck away. Just like, wow, the game,
I don't even know. I can't even recall the circumstances the first time I played that game, but I know that I instantly was blown away. Like I was like, because I didn't expect to be. I was like, okay, someone made a hack and slash game based on Metal Gear. But like just the first level, the music, the things that happen, the way it presents itself, just getting into that game, it rips from the first second.
It really does. It truly rips. It is peak action hack and slash gaming, man. I don't think I still look back at that game and I'm like, there's still like nothing like it. There's some really great action hack and slash games that are out there. Platinum has done some of them
Yeah,
after
well,
it. Nier
Transformers
Automata, holy
Devastation
fuck.
has sort of been on my radar.
I have a copy of that on Xbox One. I can we can trade.
Oh, on Xbox
uh,
One? Really? Oh, dude, I would
yeah,
yo, if we could do a trade, that would be rad. I will absolutely
yeah. I'll
pop
send you
in
that, and you send me
100.
survival,
Yeah.
survive.
If you don't,
Yeah,
yeah.
right here. I think I mentioned that to you a while back, but
I think we did. I think we have already kind
yeah.
of mentioned this to each other. Yeah, let's do that.
Yep, I
That's
have it right
yeah.
here. I'd be
Maybe
more than
that.
happy.
Yeah, we'll see if that ends up on this list of important things to play.
It's Devastation is a really good game. Um, it's definitely like underappreciated. It's not their best, but
Sure.
it's damn. I mean, when you're comparing what Platinum Games best is,
Yeah.
when you're comparing to, I mean, that's a high ceiling. So like, it's their best is phenomenal shit, and I mean, even like I would say that probably it's a tie or it's very close. Maybe Nier Automata edges out uh,
Oh.
Rising Revengeance just a bit as my favorite Platinum Games title of all time.
Nier Automata does
Oh
some
man,
interesting things. It does.
that is a game that is one of Budu's games
Yeah.
of the decade for
Oh,
sure. Oh
well, let
yeah,
me tell you what
top
my
25.
question for you was going to be
Mhm.
is should the next time we get together and do this podcast, should the episode be Budu's 25 games of the previous decade?
We could dig into that. I mean, I got 25 of them on there, so I don't know how. I mean, we may have to
It
just
might have to
kind
be
of.
5 episodes.
Yeah.
Because I
I
mean,
think so,
this is what
especially if I
we
talk about
are.
each game for an hour.
The closest thing that we have to a thesis right now is like these are good and important, and here they are. We like them. So I
I
mean,
don't have
I'm not
an
saying we have to
order,
rush through it, and I'm not saying we have to do anything.
and I want to stress I don't have a specific order.
Oh yeah, sure.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
I think that it's really
Me too.
hard to rank
Absolutely, me too. Yeah,
25
that's
games, but
insane. Of different genres, give me a break.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's more of
hard to
just
do.
like here's the list of they're no particular order or ranking, but here they are. These are the best motherfucking games I've played in my opinion in the past 10 years. And I'm making sure. Yep, yeah. I thought about this pretty hard. I really do feel like this is probably it. I don't. I yeah. I don't think I'm gonna make any changes to it. I've thought about it, but I have to wait to see. I mean, I've been digging in and around, but um, yeah, we could dive into that. That would be fun.
Yeah, it's on our list of things to do.
I had our A list of things to do. I
What's
love Nier Automata,
love
and
it.
we can definitely talk about that at a later date. But yeah, just referencing Platinum and their ability to make some very very impactful and cool and fun games all at the same time.
Yeah.
Rising Revengeance is peak in its design on so many levels, and it's just a fun ass game, man. Nobody's ever done anything with that. That whole chopping mechanic, man, where you're just slicing like everything. Like I would love to see that again.
A lot of
to
these
something.
games on my list are games that just have something unique that they did and no one else did.
It was just so cool that they knew they took Raiden's I mean, Raiden is like arguably the coolest character ever made. The cyborg ninja, like he's just that's why yeah, he is fucking amazing, and there's nothing he's undeniably awesome. He's just the ultimate badass. He looks cool. He's a fucking cyber ninja. I mean, you just don't get much cooler than that, dude. When it comes to like sci-fi action bullshit, like it's just
you can slow time and chop a thing apart 50 times right before your eyes, and all 50 pieces will go flying in different directions. It's incredible.
Dicing a watermelon into several hundred different like chunks, like
or a car.
I love that they knew the assignment and they add. That's what is the core mechanic of that game is using his sword to absolutely decimate shit. and not just in the way of like Devil May Cry, your standard just go in and combo the fuck out of everything. No.
No.
Stand there and then rip it and chop it to shreds, and then grab its fucking heart and
get his pace. Yeah. You got to get their pace, man.
You gotta rip
getting their paste is
heart out of
so
it. Yeah.
fucking satisfying.
To
just as a finishing
its
move.
Core, its spine, and then crush it and absorb it into your fucking.
Oh, of course, yeah. You gotta
fucking. What is it? His
bio or nanite. It's nanite paste or something like that.
Yeah, the white blood. What do you call it? The synthetic into his synthetic
the white Raiden blood. Yeah,
and all of his voice and his attitude and all the lines and everything. It's just so good, man. It's so good. The music, like you were saying, the art direction, the designs of the bosses. Like they really
every character
understood the assignment.
Yeah,
I was saying the other day when the Konami block was happening on that State of Play where they were announcing like the new Castlevania, the Metal Gear collection, new Silent Hill game, and the next Silent Hill game. I was just yelling out, I'm like,
man, Konami, man, what's up?
They figured it out that
I thought they were making sexy gambling machines.
They were, and they were dead to all of us for quite some time, in that they were just like, why did you forget about
dead to us, Konami?
Yeah. Well, they figured out that you can find good talent out there. You don't have to necessarily grow facilitate good talent. You can find people that are talented who are passionate about making games, and hire them to do something that they want to do, and get good results out of it. And that's what they've been doing. Instead of, some people say, oh yeah, it's not internal. That's fine. I'm completely okay with that. So far, what the Silent Hill 2 remake was by Bloober Team was excellent. The Silent Hill F was one of my favorite games of last year. That was is by a different team. So they have just different. They've got the Dead Cells team doing this 2D.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Twin.
That's fucking nice. That's a good idea. Yeah, man.
You're
there's tons of people
talent.
making great games. Fucking great idea.
Just go
good
get
job,
them.
Konami.
Go. Why not? You have the IP sitting there. We're waiting. You don't need to draft and bring in people of your own and grow, anymore. You could just find a good team that's out there that's independent and bring them on board and give them a contract to do something sick and take an IP, because that's the thing. These people, when they get an opportunity to work on these games, they are so passionate because they want to see these games being made. The Motion Twin, who are Castlevania fans, with Dead Cells has Castlevania DNA all over it. And, it's like you're giving it to somebody who's passionate about your projects, and now they're going to go do something great with it. It's about fucking time, Konami. It's about time. And so far so good. This revival of their projects, the Delta.
Yeah.
The solid, the Snake Eater remake. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That wasn't a internal team. They had some internal people helping work with it to make sure things were, but this was a hired gun, to come in and make this game, and boy, oh boy, do they fucking knock it out of the park. So, it's good to see. It's good to see Konami is making an effort to make new things again with really beloved franchises, and that they are good.
Awesome.
Because I'm telling you, Silent Hill F is a hell of a fucking game, man.
Yeah,
you would probably really enjoy it. Yeah,
fuck,
it's great.
Stop! You got to stop. I can't.
Silent Hill F is some.
I cannot have any more games recommended to me today.
It is some shit, dude.
What are your odds and ends? What else are you playing? What else? What's on the Budu menu?
Oh man. All right. Let me start shooting off some here.
Shoot them off.
Really enjoy a game called Sectori, which is Sectori, a game that I can just pick up and play at any time. It is I
love that.
Twin stick shooter.
Okay.
Roguelike.
Fuck.
Yeah, but more in the vein of a Geometry Wars. It's like a spiritual
Oh,
successor.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I may
imagine
have seen someone playing this. Okay.
great fucking game, excellent, just
Sectori.
beautiful.
Okay. Or I may have just
Sectori.
seen you recommending it. Probably.
It was probably me. Yeah, I've been raving about this one for since January, where I've been, so something you can get in and get out. You know, you try to basically beat the 5 stages. Each has a boss at the end. You're surviving as long as you can. It's like a score whoring game, but also a deck
Love that shit.
builder.
Oh
In
yeah.
very cool. So you build decks of certain power ups and abilities, and and bonuses that allow you that you will come across when you pick up certain items, and then you get to select from 3 randomized choices from your deck, and you can discard ones, and you can pull this and that, and you make a build basically as you go through these 5 stages, these 5 worlds, and you try to get it clear by beating every boss, and every boss they are the same pool of 5 different bosses, but they are different each time because they have different generations. And as you go through each stage, like stage 1 and 2 will be a Gen 1, then stage 3 will be a Gen 2, and stage 4 will be a Gen 2, and then 5 will be a Gen 3. And so you never know which ones you're going to get. They're randomized, and they can be harder, based on their generation.
Sure.
And yeah, it's just one of those games. Like I said, you can get in and get out. The longest a run will last is about 30 to 35 minutes if you clear. That's what I've seen. Some people can do it quicker.
Dude, Ball X Pit was so good.
Oh, Ball X Pit was so good. I love it.
That
I
was
didn't finish
really
it.
slamming.
I didn't finish that one, but I do pop in on it here and there. But this has been my Sectori's been my kind of like scratch the itch. I want to get in and get out and play something. I don't want to be committed.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm just playing Death Stranding. I need some other fucking thing.
Just low commitment level, visually stimulating as fuck. Just controls really good. Has pulsating music.
You should mention to me whenever you're mentioning any games. You should mention to me if they are on Game Pass.
Yes.
Just keep that in mind whenever you're recommending games at all. Always let me know about that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I love Game Pass. I utilize it a lot.
SECTAURI.
SEK.
SEK.
Sectori. TORI. Sectori.
Gotcha.
And so it's really cool about
$14.99.
Yep, very worth every penny. Nice
Great.
little.
Looks beautiful.
Former. Do you remember? Do you know the Housemarque?
Yeah.
Devs?
Oh, yeah. This reeks of Housemarque.
This is a former Housemarque dev.
Okay.
Who worked on Resogun and Nex Machina. Now they are off doing bigger and better things. On PS5 they're doing big AAA titles now and shit. But this was he was an ex-Housemarque dev that was like, I want to keep making things and I want to do something along the lines of a Geometry Wars, but with evolving stages. And so that's one of the cool selling points of this game is that like it's not one, you're not on the same plane the entire level. You're going through phases and the level continues to evolve and change. Okay. And it'll change its shape and it'll change this and that. And like, so the sectors, the sectori is when you collect all of the letters. There's a power up that's on the screen that flashes letters, and it goes through SEKTORI. And so you have to collect each one, and when you do that, you basically have just a full on, rainbow vomit mode where you just,
as is tradition.
Yeah, everything just goes ballistic into rainbow chromatic flashing. I mean, if you have epilepsy or any eye problems, don't play this game. You should not touch this game. You will be in very big trouble. But if you can handle flashing lights and lots of, I mean, if you like a rave, this game is a fucking blast. It is so addictive.
I was just talking about how I need to hang up little flashing LED lights all over my living room.
Well, man, this game will get you
Get me hyped for that type of behavior.
Oh, dude, it's so cool. The music is so great. It's such a
Been
great,
talking and
it's
thinking about Rez a lot.
oh, this is basically, yeah. I love oh god, Rez is an
That's
all-timer for me.
that's somewhere on the list. I don't know. It might be.
Rez is an absolute all-timer for
It's
me. I try to
definitely
play that
unique.
once a year. I used to play it
Yeah,
like once a, I have a yeah, I
I
have
play it a lot.
the remastered mode,
Yeah,
remastered version on PS5 that is
incredible.
like super beautiful and like
Super
totally
beautiful.
just oh yeah, it's you could play it in VR apparently too. I don't have the VR headset to do
I
it,
bet
but
that's
I've
crazy.
heard that's very
You
fun.
can plug a
But the,
vibrator in and stick it in your butt.
oh man, Trans Vibrator all day if I could. I will buy that game no matter how many times they put it out. I bought that game probably 2 or 3 different times now, at least, and I think I still have a disc copy of it on PS2 somewhere, even though I do have a
Do you
PS2
think
actually.
that guy that cheated at chess with the butt plug had his friend was playing Rez to communicate with him?
Give me a trans vibrator with that is such an interesting concept to think that people have done that, like have gone that far with it. I mean, I'd just put it under my crotch and like, goof around, but
Oh, I think this guy was.
actually
I mean,
had
I don't know how well they searched a guy at a chess tournament, but
a
like the legend says that it was anyway. Oh boy. Anyway,
yeah. Yeah. Well,
a-
yeah. We'll
any
just save that for
other any other odds and ends or anything else you want to
Oh
say? All
yeah. Oh
right.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, let's see. I guess I'll try to keep it a little more concise to I'll name some
I've
things
been
I'm
saying,
playing, but
tell me whatever you
I mean,
want. If you want to just spit a bunch of things out, go ahead.
yeah, well, I busted off of I finished a game called Fist of the North Star
Oh,
Lost Paradise, which
yeah.
is basically a done by the Yakuza team, the RGG
Oh,
studio. This
yeah.
was a PS4 game that I never got to play, and I picked up recently on sale for $5 because one, I love Yakuza things, and anything done by that team is brilliant. They just make great games, and to have them match with a great IP that I love. I was lamenting that I didn't have any Fist of the North Star things to play, but I saw that the new Fatal Fury fighting game that has been out for a while,
Oh,
the Fist the what was the old one? Mark of the Wolves, the sequel to Mark of the
oh,
Wolves. They
sure.
finally
Okay, yeah,
made.
yeah,
Yeah, it came out like last year. They were teasing that Kenshiro is going to be in the game,
yeah.
that they were going to add him at the
Oh,
roster.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
got real excited about that, and I was like, "Fuck! I love Fist of the North Star. I love Kenshiro. Why haven't I had anything fun to play in a long time?" And I looked around and I was like, "Oh shit! I never played this PS4 game. Let me get that." So I ripped through that. That was great, and it made me also just say, "Hey, I want to play more Yakuza things or more Yakuza adjacent things." And you know what came to Game Pass last week?
What?
Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
I was about to say Hawaii Yakuza.
Hawaii Pirate Yakuza. So I've been playing that in between my Neo
Is that
and
so? Is that like a dragon is turn based? Is that
this is
the
so
Hawaiian?
this is OG style. This is beat 'em up, mash 'em.
Oh,
Mash.
oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
is so it is a Like a Dragon game, but because it's a spin-off in the
They did a beat
universe,
'em up. Okay,
they went back to a traditional Yakuza format of beat 'em up style. Yeah. So
cool.
you are Goro Majima, and you are and it connects to the story. So it's basically like after the last around or after the last game that came out. That is the turn-based ones, which by the way I absolutely love.
Yeah,
But we can get into that later time.
you will have a
This
whole
game is
turn
fun.
based segment at some point for
Oh
ever. Yeah.
God, Like a Dragon, another one on my 25.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yep.
See, we're gonna get the 25 out of them.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. So this has been fun to play, and I've been on that. I just jumped into playing High on Life 2,
Oh,
which
yeah. I
is
played the
the
first one.
yeah. Just started that, played through like the first hour and a half of it. Had fun.
Pretty
Liked the
good.
gameplay a lot. Yeah, same humor. It's very crass and
Is it
belligerent and Royland.
Is Royland involved?
I, I I don't know how involved he is.
Is
but
his
the
name on it?
company, It's
I mean, I don't give a shit.
it's his dev studio or something.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay,
it's his or
okay.
if he's. So I don't know if I don't think
It is
he's
unknown how involved he is. That's fine. I don't know why I even ask about
yeah.
controversial celebrities. But
No, it's a good point because he's obviously controversial in ways, but I think
because I want to know.
no, it was actually somebody was just talking about it with the other day, and they were like, oh, I can't stand when he does the Morty voice and the gun that he did in that one where it sounded like him, and I was like,
Yeah.
High on Life 2 does not have that gun in it right now.
It does not have a Morty voiced gun. Yeah,
No,
does he do voices? Does Royland do that you know of, or
I don't think he's doing any of the voices in it at all.
Mostly his team and
yeah, it's his team, and it's hey,
I'm sure that
it's fun.
80% of Rick and Morty was written by other people towards the end, and
yeah,
and I don't even think I watched half of that anyway, but I did like that first game, and I liked I like some of Royland and the other guy.
This is very much like, hey, we're now doing a lot of the same thing we did in the first game. However, now you have a skateboard and it's like fucking Tony Hawk.
Okay.
So you're like you're grinding on rails and shooting all the guys and like doing all kinds of shit and kicking them in the face with your skateboard and you're just fucking zooming around everywhere now. So it's like the pace of the game is like up. Yeah. You're not like. It's real fast paced now, and like you're in, arenas and stuff, killing guys and grinding on rails and doing all kinds of fun. It's fun, dude. It's just pure action fun with a bunch of goofy, silly, absolutely, outrageous dialogue and every little thing's, a little wisecrack and a fucking backhanded, thing. And
yeah,
it's very fourth wall breaking, of course, and shit like that. So far, so good. I like it. Might not be for everybody, but
yeah, you gotta.
If you enjoyed the first game, you'll like this one.
It's one of those. Yeah, it almost falls into. There is a certain category of like not even necessary. Yeah, I'm trying not to say like a game with a narrator, but there are just games that are talky, and a lot of times they are humorous games, but there's a lot of different games where someone is just constantly talking to you, and like that's a whole. Yeah, and that's a whole thing we're going to talk about for a couple episodes. That phenomena, but I mean that is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to like listen to the story kind of that you're being involved in.
And this one continues right off from the last one,
and it's well done. Yeah, and it's good actors, and it's well written, and yeah.
That's what I say. Some people have.
It's dumb.
Feelings about it.
Yeah, some people hate dumb shit. Some people
don't like him. His
some people just don't like him. But like some people, some people, I'm not going to. We've really been talking for a long time, and I'm not going to defame any type of person.
I got like three more. I will try to quick fire.
There are people that are just too adult. That are like they're not going to like it. They're going to be like, I'm an adult. This guy's talking about drugs and poop. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and to cap that off in my own respect, I don't even like Rick and Morty that much.
Yeah.
I've never really been a big fan of it. So like, I don't know, I was having a conversation with some people and I think they were just disliking it because they don't like him. And I'm like, his association with these games though, it's different. It's different than Rick and Morty. They kept trying to compare it to Rick and Morty. I'm like, I don't think you played the whole first game and you don't understand, like, these are they're still in the vein of his humor, but like they are something different, and they kind of capture his experience in a different way, and I like that. I like it in this format. I don't like it in his TV show cartoon format. And I know that might be controversial. Some people absolutely love Rick and Morty and swear by it. I'm not hating. It's just not always for me. But carrying on into this kind of rapid
video games and cartoons are very, very different things.
Yeah,
and
the interactive
people
element.
Like different things. Yeah. And it's hard. It's ridiculous to even compare almost.
And so, a little more. We'll just kind of like I said, a rapid fire segment here. Try to keep.
You can take your time. I wasn't saying like when I was saying we've been here for a long time. It meant that
no, we have.
I was very high, and I was normally I might not be like, well, what about Justin? You know, I might not even bring it up normally, but
Well, I figured you mentioned Game Pass things that you want to hear about.
yeah, I do.
These are things that I'm currently playing, that I'm sampling or playing or committing to playing, and added into my backlog to target and play through. So, I figured this was just kind of like we'll just kind of knock quick fire through a bunch of like maybe little preview / early reviews of things that I haven't quite completed yet, but I am into.
Yeah. Also, quick fire them and knock me out if you want. I'm just
yeah.
just saying. Yes, you got the floor.
Yeah. I mean, we've been going longer than the last time, but hey,
welcome to a segment called Budu's Odds and Ends.
Odds and ends. We haven't quite finished them yet, and we're just getting started with some of them. So I got a few more here. I played through a Metroidvania called Mio: Memories in Orbit.
Okay.
I think I mentioned this one to you.
Yeah, sounds like you may have. I feel like that's familiar. Yeah,
I completed that game recently, and
Memories
I really
in Orbit.
liked it. I really did. It's very, very beautiful art style. It's a 2D platforming Metroidvania that kind of has some Hollow Knight Silksong DNA in it, but it's not fully. It's not fully committed, but there are definitely some reminiscent areas of difficulty that I did not expect from it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a little more Ori and the Blind Forest, more focused, but very beautiful game. Came from out of nowhere. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I saw it all through. There was a couple of difficult elements, but there was some really cool stuff. I think I just was a lot of telegraphing of bosses. There's a Souls element. You do have like a Souls type of currency that you need to use, in order to level up and get new skills and stuff. I am kind of getting sick of that with my Metroidvanias. I would like us to start to go back to just the more action RPG.
Okay, sure.
More focused on
a lot of Metroidvanias trying to kind of be a lot of different things. Now, well, a lot of games are very kind of look what the different thing we're doing. Not to even call a lot of games gimmicky, but kind of a lot of games are mixing up different genres. A lot of games are trying to mix something else in right now.
But I really feel like we're getting a lot that are hard leaning into the Soulsy style.
Yeah, and really are. This is the age of parrying. It is the age of Souls.
And there is parrying and there is dodging in this game.
Sure.
So I mean,
it really Souls is boy, Elden Ring made a lot of money.
Yeah, and so this game, its narrative is really touching and beautiful. It's really it's very introspective and heartfelt. It does a lot of those things, but it just it was really cool. It took me about 30 to 40 hours to complete. Maybe less actually. If I'm just looking at my my Xbox accumulated time, that never is a great indicator of accuracy. It's just like, hey, how long have you had the game on for? So I mean, sometimes the game is on and I'm not playing it, but it's in-game timer. I think maybe it was more closer to like a 20-25 hour game. That I thought was cool, and it was a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Like I said, it had some couple of runbacks that were dog shit, a couple really just excessively hard areas, a couple of challenging platforming segments with fucking pogoing and shit and like grabbing things, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I'm happy to talk about it. I think it's just something to bring up. I think somebody should look at it. If you're interested in Metroidvanias, it's something that you'll like. That still has like a fresh take on its art and something different to look at, but still is got the Metroidvania with some good solid combat and an intriguing narrative. It doesn't go overboard. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Mio: Memories in Orbit on Game Pass as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You don't have to rush out to play this one, but
okay.
I really enjoyed it enough to where I saw it through.
I'm gonna end up getting Game Pass on the PC.
Yeah, you should.
It's cheaper.
A lot of these games are there. Yeah. It's so much cheaper.
And I'm playing. Now. I'm mad, dude. I'm like locked into PC gaming right now.
No, that's
That's
great.
what I'm
Hey,
doing.
at least you're locked into something, and that's what fucking rules. That's what is good.
That is
Whether
what it,
it's
that is good.
PC,
Yeah, it is good to it is good to be
yeah.
locked in. That is good Stranding. I
I
got a
don't care
lot
what
of
you're
notes and
playing
things
on,
to do.
man. As long as you're
Yeah.
playing, you know. And when you, and
Hey.
where, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Love it.
say. And then I got, let's see. So another Game Pass ad that I was really looking forward to, and I think this one's the one you should look into. Have you heard of a game called Indica? I
Indica.
N Indika.
Like pot?
Indica. Yeah, yes.
Oh, with a K though?
With a K, yes.
Okay. No. This I'm not sure if you have mentioned to me.
Yeah, so I've been trying to get to around to playing this game for quite some time. I think it's only about a year and a half, maybe 2 years old at the very most. Um, it's hard to describe what this game actually is because it is a lot of things. Um it is a very art housey,
Oh.
unique indie game that crosses between a third. I mean, the trailer itself will pretty much. They even know. They're even like, "What is Indica?" And then they like go through and like mention all these genres and stuff because it is. It is a game about um, a nun that is on an adventure, and the nun is not very liked by her coven, and
I'm not sure if you call it a coven.
or whatever you want to call
The word you were looking for was convent.
convent. There you go. Coven's witches. Sorry. And yes, her convent. She's not very appreciated and liked. She's very questionable because she has questionable thoughts. And this is a journey about a lot of things that I've just gotten started in it. But man, it is beautiful and weird. It's a horror game. It's it's a lot of things going on, man,
There's
and it is this is a very strange game and I'm very into it. And if you're into bizarre horror things that cross a lot of lines into
whoa.
different places,
There's
yeah.
there's fish.
There are you looking at the trailer?
Yeah.
Are you dude, this game, I think this game is for you. Um because it is just like I could tell there's a lot of narrative impact that's it's going to go places. And you're
Weird
going to
chest mounted selfie camera segments. Like
that's
right
more
in
of
the
the
face horror segments.
that is yeah, I would say that's a little bit more of the like cutscene things that happen in it, but like when you're playing as her in the main game, it's third person
Oh, okay. Yeah.
third person like walking and it
Yeah, I
just
did see a lot of that. Yeah.
it's just very strange, but it's also beautiful. The art, the music, the acting, it's all got a lot going for it. I've only put about an hour, 2 hours into it, and then you get these pixel pixel art segments where you are driving a kind of a motorbike that her dad made, and you're racing him in this RC Pro-Am type fucking like
Okay.
yeah. There are many different little things happening in this game all at once that are beautifully stitched together, and then you have the very strong narrative elements that are telling this story that is intriguing and unique and very uncomfortable in some ways. I mean, it's definitely not going to. It's definitely not for the weak stomached. I wouldn't say there's anything vulgar or vile quite yet, but I think it's hinting towards. It's unsettling. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's an unsettling game, but but it's powerful. It's trying to tell you something. It's very art housey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And artoury. And I am really into this, man. I started playing this and I was like, "Yep, this is my kind of fucking game. This is the game made for me." Not everyone's going to be into this,
Is
but I
Hellblade this
think
type of game?
what is what?
Hellblade.
Oh, Hellblade. No,
It's not this type of
Hell.
game? Okay,
no.
this is more
Hellblade is more
story
of a character.
based.
More, yeah. Hellblade is a story game. I love Hellblade. I named my dog after the main character, but
Yes.
like, you know, Hellblade is a action game
Okay. Yeah.
with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, a heavy action combat game with a linear character action game with puzzles, perspective puzzles, and a heavy narrative that carries through
Yeah.
it. This game is more of very experimentally weird third person. I haven't even unraveled all of it.
Sure.
I have yet to uncover all of its mysteries, but boy, do you feel
There's a scary, shaggy, bloodborne dog.
yeah, it's not what you think it is at all. When you start playing, you're like, oh, I'm fetching pails of water.
I like that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're going to be like, oh, but there's meaning to it, right? And then something happens in the story immediately that, you know, triggers you. Well, you're like, I just worked really hard to do that task. And like, what the fuck? You know? And so you are kind of an outcast as Indica, the main character. That's who you're playing as. And yeah, you are on a journey to deliver some information to people, and as you are crossing through battlefields, you are meeting unique people with strange humor and different views and opinions on the nuns. And she has, like I said, she has, I don't want to spoil too much, I don't know too much, but like she has interesting thoughts, that impure thoughts which make it
Hmm.
questionable, you know.
Sure.
There are things that are invading her mind and her purity of upholding her you know, of upholding her religious, you know, beliefs and staying loyal to them, and you know, and this and that. So there's a lot of questioning of, you know, you're already presenting a lot of controversial, you know, questioning of your belief and your loyalty to that. And then there are all these other little segments and games that come into the picture that you just don't see coming, that are like perfectly placed in there, but it's so weird because it's like, what are we doing now? We're doing a pixel art game, like what the fuck.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yes, like I said, there's like you meet your dad, you have a flashback of you and your dad, and he
Okay.
makes this weird bicycle that's also kind of doubles as a motorbike.
All
And
right.
you are having a flashback of racing him with this motorbike, and you are now in a pixel art style game where you are you know, top down view, like almost like an RC Pro Am type race, and you're moving your motorcycle and racing him around the track, and you're, you know, doing little skids and things like that in this pixel art now game. And then it goes back to the full 3D high resolution stuff. And then there are weird moments where you are seeing memories, and you hold the trigger down to change the perspective of things so that you can solve a puzzle. And it just keeps throwing new shit at you and new shit at you, and as it's telling the story of this of Indica. And it's a very weird and unique game, and I'm very fucking very much into it. And I would I would recommend checking into it. I think you would really enjoy it. It doesn't seem like it's something that's
It looks wacky. Yeah, it sounds wacky too. So
it's
I mean,
so
yeah,
wacky. I don't even think
awesome.
what's cool is it's one of those games that even a trailer can't describe what it is. You know, it just doesn't do it justice of what this game actually is doing until you sit down, fire it up, and you start to be immersed in it. And you're like, oh, this has got some gas. Like this is interesting. So, I got to get back to that one. Um, and then I've got one more, and I'm gonna try to knock it out real quick. Because I think my wife will be arriving soon, and the dogs will start barking a lot.
Okay. All right.
And if the listeners want to hear that, that's fine. But yeah, you know, I probably should get going so I can chat with her after this one. Let's see, one more, right? I'm playing a game called Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X, and I'm
Okay. I'm
really into this
familiar
one.
with
This one,
Blaze Blue, but there has been quite a number of them in the series, right?
yes. And what's very cool about this game is
All
that it
right.
is not a fighting game.
Oh, hey, okay. Oh, that's
It
very
is
interesting.
not. This is a spin-off game made by Arxis, who develops it with another development team that they brought in to make this game, to make a 2D side-scrolling action platforming roguelike. And boy,
Okay.
is this fucking game some great shit, dude. Because it is raising the bar for these kind of games, in my opinion, which you see a lot of them now. You see a lot of these action RPG roguelike games, like a Hades, as I guess would be the fair call to
Yeah, I think Hades really took
say
over that type of action roguelike as far as what people compare it to. Yeah.
yeah. So this game is taking that formula and raising the bar in ways that I've never seen it done yet. And it is just so well polished. The combat feels incredible. Just the moment to moment of dashing on the screen, using whatever weapon this is the cool part, is that you're not picking out weapons, you are picking the characters from the BlazBlue roster.
Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
it is telling a story that is completely standalone and
Interesting.
unique. So you don't
Okay.
need to know about BlazBlue at all to play this
Okay.
game. This is a original story, standalone story, that they are using the BlazBlue characters and telling a whole new narrative. And you basically, you pick your character. You will unlock them over time. But dude, the roster is like 14 to 20 characters, I think. It's insane. Each character has their complete own loadout and moveset. Okay?
Okay.
Like absolutely unique. Every single one of them is unique to their thing. And they basically, it's like almost playing a beat 'em up at times, because you're kind of entering arenas and fighting the shit out of
Sure.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fighting the shit out of like mobs of dudes, and then you're like, okay, on to the next room. And at the end of the room, you get to select what kind of room do you want to go to next. It'll give you like a random, like, do you want to go to a room that has more guys in it? And you're gonna, at the end of that room, if you clear it, you're gonna get a ability that's going to be ice related, or it's going to be dark magic related, or it's going to be light magic related, or it's going to be fire, and so, or it's going to be a prospect to your main move set, like your jump or your dash or your main attack or your secondary attack. And so, or there's like secret bonus rooms that you go in, and there's shop rooms where you spend the currency that you earn. So it does a lot of the same things in some ways. However, it's presented in a fresh way with lots more
Yeah.
variety, lots more depth. There are so many intertwining systems and ways that immediately are thrown at you that they do it differently, or they give you a lot more customizable flexibility to make every run unique and different. You don't have to wait till end game to unlock those things. They are unlocking immediately as you are progressing through the early stages of the game. And yeah, it pretty much is like go through a bunch of rooms and then fight the boss at the end, and then you go to the next zone and you do it 4 times in normal, and then you unlock entropy mode, and then it's 5 stages, or 5 or 6 in entropy, and then there's the one after that, which I haven't unlocked yet. But then what's cool is you get like a legacy at the end of it. And so if you die in your run, you'll get to keep certain skills or keep a avatar of a legacy that you can now attach and link to your next run character that has moves that you want to apply
Yeah.
to them. So you're like, oh, I want
Right.
these
Yeah.
moves
Yeah.
right away. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So you're like, oh shit, I have like Venom Surge in this one on this character, and they're legendaries, right? So they're the legend, because like you'll start to be able to upgrade them too. You'll have like a common and a version of that move, and then you'll have and then you can upgrade to like an uncommon and so forth. So there's so many like little interlocking systems that are like so finely integrated into it, and it just keeps it so fresh. You never feel like the same run is happening again. You have so many different characters to choose from, and boy, do they have like just there's projectile ones, there's ones with gut that this kind of swords, this that different type of weapon types. They all, and their moves are unique, and then you start to build off of their moves and have skills to use, like ability skills to use, and then oh dude, there's so many things happening in it. It's almost overwhelming, but not.
and it's beautiful. The game runs a, like a beast. It's just it fucking screams. The art and the animation is beautiful.
Nice.
It's hand drawn, from the ArcSys team of these Blaze Blue characters. Yeah, this is the first. I play a lot of these games. I play a lot of these action roguelike games, and a lot of them are just like,
That-
yeah, this is just another Hades clone.
Sure.
Doesn't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
The narrative is the story and narrative is really good in this game, a la Hades. I mean, this is the closest thing that I've played in a long time that I'm like, I like this more than Hades. This one's for me, and not everyone likes Hades, but likes the style of the game. This one might be for you. I don't know. This, if you're out there and you're listening and you're like, yeah, Hades is cool, I like it. I think that Hades gets stale after a while, it gets monotonous, or gets over complicated in its RNG. It doesn't do a lot of friendly things for you. You're just wishing for the right runs, and you can't manipulate things the right way.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then once you've unlocked like the 5 weapons, that's all you got. Like this game has 14 different characters, dude, and they're all different. And so you just continue to get new things. I mean, there's stuff that I'm not even touching on yet, but I'm just kind of trying to give the overarching, the basic overarching theme of the game and what mechanics and system exists.
Sure.
But it feels so good to play. It's one of those ones where you're like, this feels like a fighting game and a beat 'em up came together, and they found the perfect balance of those two things. And it's just beautiful, and oh god, man, I am loving it. It's it's another game too. You can get in and get out. Runs are like 30 minutes long. You could pop in, do a run real quick, get some it's stimmy as fuck. But you're also making progress constantly to so many different things, and you have so many different
what's the subtitle
options.
of this one?
Entropy Effect X. Or Entropy Effect. Entropy Effect on Steam. Entropy Effect X is the console version that just came out. It's been on Steam for about a year, and now they finally released the console version, which came to Game Pass. I'm sure it's got to be on PC as well, I think.
If it's on Game Pass, I am going to check out Game Pass like pretty soon.
So yeah, PC. Blaze Blue.
I haven't looked at what's on Game Pass in a couple months.
I'm gushing, man.
Yeah,
I'm gushing about this one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. And I love a roguelike hop in, hop out, grind away kind of situation. I love that.
There's very little downtime in that game. You're not spending a lot of downtime. You're not talking. There's some yapping here and there, but it's usually important story bits that like are interesting. But most part, yeah, you go back to your hub. There's a few people to talk to, whatever. They keep it simple. You're not like running around trying to go back and forth. They're all right there in that one hub. But you would just be able to you just go right back into your dive. They call them dives. And so you go right into your dive, and you are just in it to win it. And you immediately, you just pick your character. You pick your avatar links that you want. Once okay, I'm gonna try to use this move and this move. I love the variety. There's just so much more into it. It seems like they really looked at the Hades and they were like, what can we do to raise the bar on this to make it interesting and better and unique? And that is the Entropy Effect X. They really did it. Whereas many have failed, they just make another Hades and you're like, they basically just wanted to clone Hades. This game is trying to do something to move the genre forward and do something unique in a very good way. Fucking love it.
Awesome.
Here's what I could say.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, to cap that one off, I will say, I had high expectations for the game. I was looking forward to it. It has exceeded my expectations.
Cool.
And I'm like very impressed with it. So.
Nice. Yeah,
check it out, man.
That's always high praise. It exceeded my expectations. Hot.
And I had high expectations where I was like, oh man, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. This is going to be my shit. I started playing and I was like, oh my God, this is like way better than I thought. Yeah. I was like, this is way better than I thought it was going to fucking be, So very happy with Entropy Effect X. And I've been, that's kind of taken over my Sectori runs now.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Similar
Bump-Satori.
vibes, it sounds like, at least.
Yeah, something I need just in between,
Scratching a similar
these,
itch, kind of, yeah.
yeah, these longer narrative games and things that I've been playing. This has been a really good one that has been fitting right in between there, and yeah, that's kind of. I think that would that kind of wraps up my odds and ends for this
Nice.
episode.
Cool.
I think for
It
the
sounds
most
like
part.
you're
I mean,
playing some cool shit.
there is a lot of cool shit to play right now, guys. There is a lot of cool shit, and I'm continuing to just make my way through this wonderful world of overwhelming amounts of games to play, and
There really are a lot
I
of great
really
games to
want to
play
buy
right now.
Romeo is a Dead Man. I really want
Romeo
to
is
buy
a Dead Man, huh?
Yes, that is Suda51's new game.
Oh, funny guy.
Yeah, one of my fucking heroes,
Yeah.
man. A guy who makes games for me, another one of those guys who just it's not going to be for everybody.
Is
And
Travis
I've heard,
Touchdown one of his guys?
Yep, that's No
Okay.
More Heroes. Yep,
Yep.
Travis Touchdown.
Travis
Shadows of the
Touchdown. Yeah, good guy.
Yep. Yeah, he had said he was tired of doing Travis Touchdown stuff. He wanted to give him a break. He thought he deserved a break, so he made a new game with a new character. And that game is Romeo is a Dead Man, and it is a action hack and slash, balls out, fucking crazy batshit, trippy, out of this world sci-fi. I really want it. I've been holding back from buying it because I really shouldn't be spending too much money right now, and I did buy Neo 2.
Fucking know it,
Neo
man.
3.
There's so much shit I want to spend money on, and I am getting destroyed right now.
But that's my I would say that's the game right now that I don't have that I really want.
Sure.
That would be the one. And man, Resident Evil 9 is coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh my god, yeah, I did want to ask you about that.
Woo, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Where's my moldy boy? Is his name Ethan? The main character from the last two?
We have now.
It's his daughter. He's gone, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Rose shows up somewhere in.
Oh, we don't know.
This.
Oh, we don't know if it's going to be Rose.
Right. We don't know. We this is Leon
I
Kennedy.
did not see this trailer, by the way. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So let me know what's up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, this is the big Leon Kennedy return.
He was in the end of 8.
He was.
No, Chris.
Chris was in
the end of 8. Okay, so this is Leon from 4.
Yeah, this is apparently this is in the future. This is now much longer down the line in the Resident Evil canon, the storyline. This is after Raccoon City has been nuked, completely obliterated in the like aftermath of that.
Yeah.
And Leon Kennedy is brought back in to come investigate things. And then it's kind of doing the classic. Well, there's going to be 2 characters you're playing through. You're going to be swapping off, and so one of them is the daughter. Yeah, the daughter of a certain doctor who is also trying to investigate pieces of a mystery.
Okay. So it's not Rose. It's a young girl.
It's not Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not Rose. Yeah, they did the DLC for
the
Rose.
DLC to 8 was Rose. Yeah.
Yes, and that was the daughter of Ethan.
Yeah.
And they left
Ethan
that
Winters.
kind of open-ended. It was kind of like this might be tough because she's still going to be pretty young. Considerably when this takes place.
Okay.
When 9 takes place. So we may
see her. This is a little bit okay. So wait, this is a little bit earlier in the overall timeline, or it's in the middle because we saw her as an adult much later after 8. Kind of.
Correct.
There's a big time jump after 8, and this is in there.
Yes.
Okay.
This is in between. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. There they go.
Doggy time.
This is in between, because the DLC for Rose was a big time jump.
Yep.
So this is kind of like supposedly, the serenade begins. This is supposedly the pretty much going to be the end of the Raccoon City saga.
Okay.
That's what they're.
Gotcha.
This whole saga of Resident Evil that's gone on for a long, long time. This is supposed to be pretty much the closing chapter to it, or that's
Man,
what they're,
that Discord noise suppression is earning its upkeep. It's earning
Is it-
its
is it
money. It's
Is it
earning
working?
its
Because
dollars.
I walked away from the action into a.
Oh, that might be.
There we go. Yeah.
You can kind of tell that like there is like an overall kind of sort of squishiness that happens to the noise and like you can sort of and you can kind of hear like the muffled suppressed noise in the background. I'm not like, I'm not complaining. I'm just at this point I'm just observing. That's what
Yeah. So yeah. They throw me off. I mean, I just kind of tried to walk away from it so it wouldn't pick it up as much. So maybe that was why. Because I tried to walk towards the opposite side of the room where they were barking. But anyways,
obviously don't worry about it too much. But
no, yeah, I know. It's just it's chaotic and well, enjoy it, viewers.
Really good to live with animals. Really good thing to do.
I love animals. Yes, it's really great. It is great to live with animals.
Yeah, it's what you should be doing. That's good stranding. That's what everyone should play the games I like, and everyone should raise animals.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct. So, but yeah, I think that's
where we're at.
There's other stuff coming up, but I think the big bang that's coming up in the next couple of weeks is RE9, and big time jump.
Keep an eye on that. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I think I will be getting around to that. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, we'll see what happens there. But I would like to get it when it comes out. We'll see if my friend is he's usually an RE fan, so I think he'll be in on it. But he's also been a little bit tight on the wallet lately too, so it might be we might have to wait a little bit. I don't want to because I don't want any spoilers to fucking happen, and I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to stay off the internet, but I'm really looking forward to RE9 Requiem. And that's the 27th, so that's in a couple of weeks. Nothing else notable.
That's
in my
the
opinion,
27th of February.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 11 days.
Man, shit's happening.
Shit is happening, and then there's gonna be a lot happening after that. Boy,
playing video games is cool.
It sure is, man. I fucking love it. I really love it. Reanimal. I really want Reanimal. That's out now too. That's out. That's a. You ever play Little Nightmares?
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Nightmares team decided to make something.
It's that team, huh?
Yeah, they decided to. They Little Nightmares got taken over by a new team, and they decided to branch off the same devs and make their own shit. And so apparently they've made a very, very, very good, Little Nightmares type game.
Yeah, looks like Little Nightmares.
It's supposed to be incredible. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's supposed to be short, like 4-hour game, but you can play it co-op. And I've heard that they've just really, really excelled with using the Unreal Engine 5 in this game too. That like they've pushed it to new heights, and just the art direction and everything in it is absolutely beautiful. And the game is just a really cool, fucked up game. So I'd like to pick that up at some point and play that, but. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim EX, man, that's coming out on March 3rd. I mean, I could go on and on. We'll get to it in the next.
I mean, maybe our next episode. That's a straight up re-release, right?
It is not. It is basically a spiritual successor in ways to it, or a spiritual sequel. It is somewhat of the original, and somewhat and a lot of new. It's
I sort of knew about this. There's
a demo on Steam right now.
Oh, fuck.
It just came out the other day.
Shit.
It just came out the other day, guys. Check out the Scott Pilgrim EX. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, it just popped up like yesterday or the day before, I think.
Scott Pilgrim EX demo.
Yes, it's based off of the Scott Pilgrim X EX girlfriend. It's very funny. They made a little pun there of something. Yes. There's a tagline in the pun in the description that's really funny or something like that. I can't remember what it was that had me dying though, because it was just a great one. Where the fuck was it? But yes, this looks like awesomeness. I don't know if you ever played the original one, but they did re-release that one.
Yeah, I recall that a couple at some point. They did the complete.
Yeah. Let's let's see.
What do you think about River City Girls?
Ooh, I love River City Girls.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
never
jam.
played. There was a sequel, right? I never played it.
Those are fucking fun, man. Those are fucking real fun games, dude. Like,
Yeah.
hold on here. I'm just looking more back. Where the fuck is it? Whatever. It was just silly. Like,
What are you?
No,
Are you looking up when the original game was re-released, or?
no, I was looking. I was trying to look for this. This really funny punny line that they were using as a motto for the, like, it was like your something about X's, and I was just like, oh, that's so good. They like landed they landed it perfectly with the whatever they said there. Oh god. Yeah, not good. I'm probably not gonna find it at this moment, but
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no worries, obviously.
I think here, like, I know it was in one of the chats that I was in. I was mentioning it, and I was like, "This is so funny." It's probably right here. Or not. Anyways, yeah. That looks like a lot of fun, and that's coming out like March 3rd. I'm pretty stoked for that one. I gotta try that demo out.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna try it out pretty soon.
I feel like those are notable things coming up in the next
For
few
real.
weeks.
That, I mean, yeah, I don't think I knew about this.
Yeah, it just kind of popped up. Like
Yeah.
it was supposed to be coming for a while, and then last week they were like, "Hey, here's the release date. It's coming out March 3rd." And then like 3 days later, like, "Oh, and here's a fucking demo too." You know, it's like, oh, okay, shit, let's go.
Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out. I need to make a lot more money.
Not your ex's beat 'em up. That's what it was. Not
Right,
your
okay.
ex's beat 'em up was so good. Like such a little pun there that was like, because it's Scott Pilgrim EX, it's not your ex's beat 'em up. I was like, yes. So yeah, man. I'll have to see. I don't know if I'll be getting that or not. I'm gonna try, but
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, with all of this stuff, as far as me getting games, it's all we'll see. Except when it comes to Game Pass. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get RE9.
I'm kind of, yeah, we'll see what these next couple months are like.
We might be talking before that. Maybe we should try to. I'll definitely try.
No, I mean, I'll keep bugging you basically, and
yeah, that's it.
We'll go from there. You know,
it's not that I don't want to. It's
dude,
just,
I know, man, I know.
You know how things are. Sometimes things.
I know.
Yeah, it's finding. It's sometimes it's like I want to do these things, and then you just struggle sometimes to get to where you need to be.
Yeah,
but today it was good. I think that was a good.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I needed
great
this.
to have you here.
Awesome,
good. So
it kept my mind off some things, and I
so
love being here.
I'm gonna continue to bug you. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anything I love talking about, it's fucking video games, and I hope everyone who decided to listen, if you made it this far,
play some of those.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you.
Thank you so much for fucking being here. I really love and enjoy doing this. I hope you take some of our advices and suggestions and play more Death Stranding.
And form connections with people.
Strand with people. It's very important that you strand. You must strand.
Yeah, thanks for joining me on WMFB, Budu, and everyone else who listened.
My pleasure.
Yeah, say hi to Beth, and we will absolutely talk again, and we'll talk about your 25 games and the games that I think are important, and we'll talk about all these things.
It's awesome. Odds and ends, 25 games, lots of things to discuss.
Mahina has new things added to the wish list.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. That's pretty much my
fuck yeah.
My gift is here. Add things to your wish list and just keep building on that endless fucking chase.
All right, let's get going. I gotta take apart the fucking sink before it.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck.
Hopefully it'll just be cleaning the trap out kinda, and but it never stops. The things keep breaking.
I fucking feel you, man. Including my brain.
Oh yeah, man. I'll talk to you really soon, Budu.
We will talk soon.
Yeah, man.
Awesome times.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. And yeah, to Mahina and anyone else listening, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. I will be back. I'll be back on stream soon. People listening to the podcast, I don't have to say that you can find it wherever podcasts are found because you're already listening to it. But I don't know. We're on like YouTube. I have a Twitch channel. I'm going to stop recording now. That'll be the end of the podcast.